What's up, fool? What's up, fool podcast? We're right here in the back seat of the What's Up, Fool podcast van. I've got Rodrigo Torres, MartinRizo, myself. Phillips over there. We got our guest here, Jon Stites, right here, right? What's up, fool?
The man, the myth,
also,
the legend.
man, shout out to, oh, man, first of all, before I forget, I did a show at Austin for the Moontower Festival at the Paramount Theater. Sold out, people. Don't forget, it was sold out. Ooh. And it was with Ralph Barbosa and Vanessa Gonzalez.
Yeah, man.
Rodrigo Torres, voice of God.
Hello.
We had a fucking good time, man. It was fast. We were done. I was sleepy as hell. Oh, and then after the show, guess who showed up?
Your dad,
Your
bro.
dad, dog. Willie Barcena.
Oh, really? Hey, bro.
Willie Barcena.
It's canon.
Oh, man. And the homeboy right here, shout out to Iggy from El Paso.
Oh, Iggy
Samaniego, dog. He was there, too. He was chilling with, man, I want to forget the other homie. Israel.
Israel
El Paso
cool
homies. Julian.
Julian wasn't there, though. It was that dude from Austin.
Josh Castro.
DJ Vasquez.
Raul Sanchez.
And Big Dog.
Yeah, Willie Barcena.
Was he?
Yeah, DJ Vasquez, bro. He's the comedian from fucking from Austin, Texas. Cool guy. Very cool guy. I got a picture of them right here. Look, I sent it to Philip. I know on what's your Instagram?
Phil the Food.
With a photo on it?
No photo.
Felipe Esparza.
Hey, what's up, Paul?
What's up, Paul?
Yo.
Just came back from Alcatraz.
How you doing, brother?
Marinero.
Big news, Big news.
Old Navy.
You want him here?
Yeah. Over there?
Yes, sir.
Can you sit on my lap?
Oh,
We're trying to appeal to the LGBT. Sit on my lap.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I said it, bro.
Yeah, that's a major. Yeah.
What's up, fool? We got PaulRodriguez right here, bro. He's back right here.
Looking good, Big
He was on
Dog.
the corner. He just parked his private jet right here.
That's right. That's right.
in the house.
Man, there's so much to talk about, Felipe. Let's
Put
get
your
into it.
mic. Get close to the mic.
Let's get into it.
What happened, bro? What happened?
You know,
Good news.
I used to be very depressed all the time, and then I discovered PCP, right? and then I realized, but I don't use it. I give it to friends around me. See, it changes their mood. It's all good, you know, because that way I don't get into trouble, and they develop a habit. That's just one of the pieces of good news that I have. The other is, as you know, my Caucasian second-hand man. My mano izquierda, you know, because Mel's my mano derecha, porque me hace una puñeta de vez en cuando. But anyways, the thing is that we got a contract with Jamie. He can't fire me we're here for a whole year, and we're starting to have an opportunity to give Latinos a chance, you know, to get up there.
Spanglish show, right?
Spanglish show.
Yeah.
Now, what's different about us is that we're truthful. Like, for example, if you're up there and you're not funny, and we don't see no potential, we get a couple of professional comedians, we don't see no potential, then we're steering you into the right direction. We let you know that comedy is not a real possibility for you, but then we don't just leave you like that. Right? What we do now is, depending on how unfunny you are, then we tailor a job for you. Like, for example, if you're really unfunny, we get you a plumber's license, you know, or we'll steer you to doing a welding, right? And if you have really
money.
If you have no, those are for Caltrans. Like if you have potential being funny, we'll put you on Caltrans, right?
Hell yeah, bro! If you got two funny jokes, you can give Willie Barcena a ride, eh?
He's the first one we got, you know. And,
that's right, Big Dog.
The ultimate, of course.
He won't text me back, Willie. If you listen, we want you on Thursdays, brother.
No, we don't. Listen, what I'm just calling it as it is. I'm too old to care. What we have now is a program where we redirect and we improve lives. For example, if you have no potential whatsoever to do comedy, then we get you a government job. See, that's the ultimate unfunniness. We'll get you with the post office. If you're overweight and unfunny, they're hiring, you know. And that way, people don't waste their lives trying to pursue a dream.
It's like Homeboy Industries, but for comedians.
Right. And people say to me, "Oh man, you can't pee on somebody's dream." Look, the truth is, some dreams need to be pissed on. You know, because if you don't have it, you know, then we get professionals. Sometimes they want a second opinion, so I go to Felipe and I show him a tape. Felipe, what is it? He goes, "No, we're like doctors." He says, nope, your diagnosis was right. This vato belongs in the post office, you know. That way, people, we're doing them a service. They don't waste their lives, you know.
Yeah, this guy has 3 more steps before he dies a horrible death. Eh?
Yeah, so, you know.
Or he had 15 minutes of funny stuff that only words past the 605.
You know,
He works in
what we're
Pomona,
doing
bro.
now, what we're doing now is we get Ernie G to mentor them, you know.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
man.
bro.
When
that
you know,
guy.
We're going to jail, man.
Are we running comedy or eulogy here?
I don't endorse any of this shit, man.
when we have broken dreams,
Bro.
we send them not to Willie G, and that if Willie G thinks you're funny, then you go right into a McDonald's managerial job. You know? But either way, what I do promise is that at the Laugh Factory, we will find a path for your life. You know, that's what it's all about. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah.
Don't worry, the podcast does any better. We're gonna have somebody doing your job there.
But
Well, I was trying to get you an Irish coffee, man, but there was no time.
if you look at all the comics on the flyer, they're all pros now. That
Yeah.
I mean, we don't. It's in Tango Talento, mucho talento and shit.
Mira,
That chafa ass.
lo que pasa es que él no comprende que estamos cabuleando. You know what the word
No,
cabulear?
entiendo perfectamente bien,
What's
pero no estoy de
cabuleando,
acuerdo.
bro?
Estamos cabuleando, estamos jalando
busting
la
nuts.
pata, tú sabes.
Claro, mi acento es un
Vacilando,
pinche
cabrón.
desmadre porque soy
Ándale,
güero,
sí.
cabrón. No puedo hacer nada, güey.
Estamos echando
Bueno.
caca al autobús.
What about Ernie G? Because
Oh, okay, man, if you're at that level, man, you could carry somebody notepad. Eh? You could hold somebody recorder, bro.
That's it. No
Hey.
more mercy.
Also, man, comedians who bomb shouldn't be tagging other people's jokes at the same show.
oh man,
Hey,
Oh, that's a
I'm just
guarantee.
saying.
write that
Nate.
down. Write that down. we're gonna have like the 10 Commandments
Rodrigo, think of
of
something.
comedy, right? That's gonna be the Felipe rule. We're gonna call that the Felipe rule.
Well, dude, they got it.
Oh, also, if you're a good-looking comedian,
Right.
and if you bomb,
Right.
stay off the dance floor and leave it to the guys who killed who
Yeah.
are ugly. Eh?
yeah.
we're gonna have to
Or
Rock
Rasta Baxter, Satina.
Yeah, you know.
Hey.
What are you talking about?
You know, the truth is, Sebastian, that I'm not even close to being gay, but I'm going to be working with Sebastian soon, and I think I'll give it a shot, you know, because my heterosexual life hasn't done well. Why not? As long as I'm on top, no importa. Tú sabes,
Dale gas.
Le doy gas. Más
Shout out to Sebastian's cousin, Leopoldo, what's his name?
¿Cómo se llama el
Jedi Bunny.
But shout out to his lady. ¿Cómo se llama? La Lorena.
Yeah.
He has
Older
a,
Stephanie.
he
Older
has a
Stephanie,
woman?
yeah.
He has a woman?
He's been, yeah.
Órale.
His cousin has a woman.
I take it all back, Sebastian. You know, don't listen to these bitter guys.
Hey, Bruce's life is
Paul,
pretty
what's
cool.
up with that movie?
Bro, I'm glad you asked. I have right now. I'm cutting a trailer, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny. The trailer begins like, "What if you met God?" We need the voice of Pablo Francisco, right? What
man?
What if you met God?
Rodrigo. What if you met God?
And he disappointed you, right? And then it opens up with me telling Guzman saying. No, it's not that I don't think you're God. It's just that everybody knows God's got blonde hair, blue eyes. I didn't expect God to be a Latino who's overweight with chancletas. But he goes, you racist son of a bitch. We got that. I said, but he gave you a second chance.
Guzman, bro.
Luis Guzman.
Luis Guzman, you know, he's the father on the Adams Family.
He's
Yeah,
he's
Wednesday,
he's
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, he's
right?
been in a ton of shit.
bro, Guzman.
And then I go. You in life, you meet people that have no good intentions for you. And then Felipe opens the door. Hey, why aren't you getting a job? Who are you, the fashion police? He goes, but you have to overlook these people because something good will hit you in the face. And then I got Trejo going, bah, slapping me. I go, órale, you went Will Smith on me. I appreciate that. So we do this trailer, and it's pretty good. I've been kicking around a title. You need a title, right? And just like a godsend, the other day I woke up and I got it. It's called, ready for this? Hallelujah Hypocrites.
I like that.
Hallelujah Hypocrites. It's about people trying to make money off of religion, and it fits in. And we're almost close. I called upon everybody I know, man. Cesar Rosas from Los Lobos. He's cutting out a bad song. I got Little Willie G just did a Bob Dylan remake of a retake of You Gotta Serve Somebody. And I'm gonna have our thing that I'm gonna show to you if you want to show to your audience.
Yeah.
Está bien?
You could say, It's just have somebody email it to Philip right there.
Well, I have the whole thing. I don't know how to work it. So I don't give you the whole movie because you show it. It'll be just like the one we did. Real funny movie. Nobody sees.
The bootleg right now, dude.
I'm not like that no more.
I'm not like that anymore.
Hey, but you're right about that, Paul, because like a lot of those religions, they take advantage of all those Latinos in the
Talk
hood,
about the religion nearby your house, bro.
That's the oldest grift in the book.
And it's the most profitable grift. You know.
Fuck yeah.
Because so many Christian churches.
So
in
it's
South
comedy
LA,
birthday shows.
You know what? Also, you know what I got going is what's his name? What's his name? I hooked up with my son's connections, and I got some good rap. I got Great White gave us a song. I got Los Bookies. How about that?
Shut up, dude. Marco Antonio
dude.
Solis and the crew in the house,
The
bro.
Bookies. Not only are they fans, of us. They laid down ferias. They put down 75K to help us out. And
That's what's up.
Their music has been with Y Tu Mamá También, successful movies.
My mom loves them.
I got my fingers crossed. I believe as soon as I finish cutting it, I'm gonna go straight to Lowe's theaters. I got a couple meetings with a couple of theater owners. I'm gonna put it out there, man. I'm not gonna run begging to the streamers, The thing is, I know if I get in the 25, I'll settle for the 10 big Latino markets: San Antonio, El Paso, Los Angeles, San Diego, Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas.
Homestead, Florida, too.
Yeah, well, that's
Montebello,
Chicago.
dude.
Homestead, Florida, how the Mexicans are from Texas are at.
I'm flying there on
Downey.
this Friday, man. I'm in Naples.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Captain Brian's
Captain
off the hook.
Brian, off the hook.
He doesn't have a lot of money, but he's got good food. So come and see me.
Hey, the food is amazing, dude.
That is some bomb
You guys
ass.
ever been to Captain Brian where Paul's going? In one of those shows where if you're doing bad, his mom and dad get up and leave.
Yeah, we need him at the show at the Laugh Factory.
Right? Their mom and dad are there every show.
But they never happen to me. They come up to me and they go, "Hey, you want to finish this?" Go out from their plate. They usually have like lobster,
Oh,
They go,
good
we're not gonna finish this, Paul. You want to take that? I go, yeah, that's what I'm here for. But they're really, I like that audience because
Caserito.
I like to be in front of a lot of Cubanos, Latino-Americanos.
What was Captain Brian's podcast in the car?
Oh my God.
I think comedy in the car, right? Something
Comedy in
like
the car.
Comedy in the car.
Comedians
He
in the
always had
car.
a lot
No,
of adventures.
It's the poor Seinfeld, Usually he does it on a scooter now. Things have been going great. You got to hug him.
What's the deal with that?
As he's questioning you. So what do you think? I say, hey, la agarra la chichis and make him left or right. But the captain and I are solid.
That's funny.
I'm flying down there, and then after that, check this out. I'm not as busy as you, man, but I need the feria, so I found a new way. I'm selling out, man. A lot of artists, but then I'm accepting food coupons, and I'm also on Groupon. Todo eso. If you got 50 cents, I'll let you in. As I got Captain Bright to say that if you just order dessert, he'll let you in. That's how desperate my situation is. I was in Stockton this Saturday, and big shout out to Stockton, man.
Bob Hope Theater?
No, I was at the auditorium, homie. I haven't played it was sold out, Holmes. Not to brag, but I haven't sold out since I sold out.
To the Terror Improv.
Since I sold out to La Raza, I sold everything. Now I'm hanging out with white guys who speak Spanish. I'm trying to separate myself from the ethnic thing. I'm trying to become more crossover.
Mainstream.
I'm trying to mainstream.
Hey, whoa,
I'm mainstreaming. I'm doing
What?
everything. No, but this is a different guy you saw from last time.
Fuck yeah, you look good, brother.
You look
know,
fucking so
like-
much energy since the last time we saw you, dude.
Chingon.
I was sick
He's
at that
masculine,
time,
bro.
and I had a lot of things.
Rhino pill, bro. You ready, dude?
But I went to see my doctor, right? And he said he told
Dr.
me
Bibbidi Bob.
he said that I was in great shape for a 90-year-old, and I'm really happy about that. He said if you were 90, you'd be in great shape. He goes, unfortunately, you're not. So he told me to stop doing all the things that I like. Late nights with hookers and smoking.
No more rendezvous.
And I go, what? Will you call that living? No, I'm gonna go out like this, the same way I came in, because I was without a shot and a chance. Because I've always been on the outside looking in, but now what I'm talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Rodriguez in the
Well,
house.
you guys have a show tomorrow night, Thursday, right? The Laugh Factory?
Yeah, that's what I'm pushing here, right?
Yeah.
We on the reels
Spanglish, is the whole show in Spanish, or you could throw in like
you-
a little Spanish word? Because my friend from Tijuana, Mexico wants to do it too.
Oh,
man.
Joel Sotomayor.
Yeah.
And he said that you could do that show in his club too in Tijuana.
Yeah.
We'll do that, but I have problems with crossing over. Anyways,
Yeah,
Listen,
man.
I
He
know
got
you're a
arrested
big
in Hong
star and
Kong with the
everything.
Hong Kong police.
but you got to show up for me one time, right? Show up
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
Laugh Factory.
They've been packed, dude. They've been packed.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good, man.
You put the mic closer to him. Yeah.
We're doing really, really good, man. People are coming out. It started slow, but now it's picking up. We had 600 at the one in Long Beach. That's a hard place to film. 600 is a lot, right?
That's a big room.
You know who surprised me? I got to give him props, and he was really, really funny. Most all of it in Spanish is Martin.
Dude, Martin
Moreno? Wow.
Martin is an absolute fucking killer.
He kicked ass.
He's a
He impressed
killer.
me because
Get machete.
I'm not an easy guy to impress, right? But
He scared them.
he's almost as good as I am in Spanish. Because you know, in Spanish, les doy en la madre en español. Empiezo ahí, tú sabes, hago diferentes impresiones, ¿no? Me visto así como el Chespirito, ¿no? Y luego, I'm like a gay Chespirito, ¿no?
I get you.
El gay espirito.
Which is Chespirito, you know? And then, nunca me hagan eso. I threw a little, you know, cantinflas, a little. La cosa es que se van por aquí, luego dan vuelta por ahí. ¿Cuál fue la
Luis
pregunta?
No conta. No.
Tintán, no, nunca me hagan eso. Yeah, man, I'm really excited because I had to show Jamie, you know. Jamie came to me, and I know he doesn't watch this podcast, so we'll talk. Anyways, Jamie came to me, and he said, I told him, I said, listen, you know, the Comedy Store is eating your lunch, buddy. And Jesus, you know, the Comedy
They're punking him for their juice boxes, homie. You know.
I got nothing to lose. You know, I have an unfireable clause. La cosa, I told him like this.
You're
I
a
said,
legend,
That's
bro.
a
man, you
condition.
want to improve? I tell you what to do. I said, you have to go out there and mend those bridges because nobody goes to see buildings. They go to see stars. They go to see the comics. Nobody cares if you have a fancy or you're opening this or that. If you don't have nobody on stage that's keeping them there, I said, what's happening is that the Comedy Store has a revival. Tell you the truth, they offered me to go over there and start the Latino thing. I said, but I got love and points here, and I want this to work for you, you know? No, I told them, I said, this is what it's going to be. Don't come in. I don't want your manager, anybody, tell me who you can put in. You have no rules.
Wow. Okay.
This is my time. I will put whoever I want to put in, and if you're not happy with that, I'll stay home, you know? And he said, no, this is cool. So, you know, nobody can tell this widow not to go. Nobody can tell this and that. I look at it this way. I am the backup, you know? We'll invite these other comics to come in. If they come in, I do less time. I put them on, right? And if nobody shows up, I'll do an hour and a half, you know, on the toilet, man. You know, I could do an hour and a half just talking to people, you know? But I'm here to announce to all of you, I know you have the kind of following that actually we want. You know, the vatos who smoke pot all day. And I enjoy that. You know, come on
Smoke
over.
up, fool.
Check this out. I'm trying to get Marijuana Monday there. We're going through the legalities and stuff.
Rodrigo.
Where
I'm
you
down,
can,
dog.
you
Tell
can.
Louis, bro. Louis
We're
13.
doing Be Real.
So what are we
Oh,
doing?
my God.
We will.
Oh my God, you were little wise.
We'll allow. You know, we're going
Dr.
to the
Green
lawyers.
Thumb on Thursday.
We're going to allow them to
Thumbs up,
smoke.
eh?
To sabes, marijuana and laughter just go together, you know.
does, yeah.
So I'm saying we're going to do Marijuana Monday. Oh, buddy, I don't know. You know, I said, listen, I got. There are other clubs across the country are doing it. You want to be on the cutting edge?
Yeah,
You
man, I was
said-
in a club in Chicago for 420 that was called Turps and Titties
Whoa.
Oh, I heard of that.
in Chicago.
They asked me
up.
to go
What's
there
a terp,
as a titty.
Colorado's got a couple
Yeah,
stoner
man.
shows too.
So I don't know what I said. Get your lawyer. Look at the legalities. If other clubs are doing it, it's probably doable. So I want to turn that into at least once a month, Marijuana Monday, and watch the thing grow. Right now, so what? Hey, you know what?
Dude, that works.
Puro
And
leñazos,
invite Jay
homie.
Leño.
Now I know why you're a
Rodrigo.
star, homie.
Órale.
Before that woman came around, you was all right, you know.
Yeah.
But she straightened you out, huh? You get all your material from there. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Too bad I'm dating a Korean. Like, look at that, no Spanish. All she does is please come
And a
home.
lot of
Barbecue, dude.
a lot of times.
That's what it is.
Bulgogi, homie.
Please come home.
Please come home.
So what we found with some of the guys who do
After let them enjoy the life. Let them enjoy the joke. Come on. And then after that she goes, hey, go to the free clinic now. I said, órale, I didn't do nothing. She smells it and goes, yeah, you did. So I cannot tell the truth.
North Korean barbecue. Let's go.
Check it out. Her parents still think that that she's working for me, you know, because I said, you're not gonna tell them about our relationship. She goes, oh, they have a thing for Mexicans. I said, what kind of thing? Very bad thing. I said, well, you tell her I'm not just a Mexican. I'm a Chicano man. And she goes, that's worse. So you know, my personal life. There's no Lisa in my life. You know, there's a Korean woman. Unfortunately, the only thing
there's a Risa in your life.
her father.
What happened?
Arisa, that's good.
Cancel me, guys.
Her father owns a karaoke though. You know, owns a karaoke, but I'm still a big secret. You know, they came over. Check this out. But a year ago, they came over from Chicago to visit.
You're
right?
the Mexican in the cover.
To visit, and yeah, exactly. I like that. And she got dressed up. She was typing, and she said, "Come out here and go. I need you to type these papers. You know, not come out here and blow me. Don't say that no more. They have no sense of humor. So what do? I tell her to come and type out some papers and then blow me. Anyway, no. I was respectful, but her father goes, "Hey, but you do, my daughter working for you." But I go, "Yeah, she's working for me. What are you paid?" I said, "Oh man, I'm gonna negotiate with her." So I followed the rules, you know, because to tell you the truth, all my women have been Latinas, but I know you girls gonna hate this. Besides, you're not after me anyways. But this Korean girl is exactly what this Mexican needed, bro. Not funny, but you know she. I used to slap her, but then that's a federal offense now because of the Asian thing, you know.
So it's not really domestic abuse.
It's not, that's a federal. I catch a federal charge. But I don't slap her because she knows kung fu and all that stuff.
You spank the butt.
Yeah. But I do it. I've never been happy as far as a relationship concerned. You know, the only thing that could make me happy is two of them. You know, and I'm working on that.
Yeah, you got the yin, now you got the yang. All right. Hey, now,
Kimchi.
안녕하세요.
The yank.
안녕하세요.
Best of both worlds.
You know, I love Latino women, but they're too jealous, you know, tú sabes, ¿qué es eso?
No, sí,
too jealous y todo eso, that's dangerous. You can't sleep with somebody, you know, with a kitchen knife en la fregadera. Ella no me dice nada, ¿no? ¿A qué horas vengo? No me dice nada. She's just happy I'm coming home, you know. You know, me lava, me baña, y me dice papi. I'm the king of the house, even though I'm renting, you know.
The king of Zumanda.
Even though I'm renting.
What are they saying,
catching
bro?
all my jokes. Eh? That's rare, you know. That's rare.
Right themselves when Lisa's around. Always that fool tripping out. Jesus.
So tell me more about the Leño Thursday, eh?
Yeah.
I got a Leño right here.
Leño with the
Leño Lunes.
Leño Lunes is better than
LL.
Leño Lunes. That's what I'm trying to get him to do. Because you know, our show is doing better than the show used to follow us. Our show that followed us was you know, the Middle Eastern, tú sabes, los terroristas, you know, the Middle Eastern, and they're good, but at first we just had very few, you know, very few. But I kept at it, and I hook up with Homeboy. Let's give this man his props, you know. I just tell him that when we have all raza there, do the show in English because his Spanish sounds too much like immigration. So he does that.
Hey man, you got to have a foreman.
Yeah, but it's working out. You know, who'd have thought that two guys from a different part of the world, you know, and our views opposite for comedy would somehow mesh and move Mel Garcia out of the way. That was incredible. You know?
Mel Garcia does stand up now.
He watches this show. So yeah, he does. He's terrific.
I saw him on a flyer.
He's terrific.
I saw him on a flyer, and I kept thinking about Suge Knight telling everybody, "Hey man, you guys want to join a comedy show where the writer is not on the flyer? Come over to Death Row."
No, he's I got that where they go where he won't be singing on your album.
Be all up in the videos.
Yeah. But in all fairness, he hosting, and he's coming up hosting. And I just got him in Long Beach, right? And I just say, look, just greet the people, do the birthday thing, the anniversary thing.
Shout out to Mel Garcia, bro.
Hell yeah, soldier.
You tell that fool to go write 100 jokes on a subject, there'll be 100 jokes. You probably pick 20 that are funny, but he'll really write 100 fucking jokes.
He does his assignments.
One time when he was running for Willie, I don't know what the hell Willie Barcena was doing. That motherfucker had a pamphlet, bro, of jokes.
Damn,
plethora of
I wrote them. I
material.
actually wrote them. He just stenotype.
They were the ones that Paul said no to. Hey!
I go, hey, I used to have a fruit stand like this.
He was the first fool to like say, hey, man, you want to smoke a joint?
I want to also tell my buddy Richard Lewis who's watching,
Richard Lewis,
love
the
Richard
comedian.
Lewis. Love Richard Lewis,
Richard Lewis. I
dude.
talked to him. He's retiring. So,
Yeah, dude.
hey, Rich, we're gonna. I'm gonna try to do a retirement party. It's not gonna be a roast. Get all the buddies out there, and he was one of the greats, man. Good friend.
Hell yeah! I read about him in that book. I'm dying up here.
Yeah.
About the Comedy Store strike.
Yeah.
He said that when his best friend jumped over the
Steve
and
Lebetti.
committed suicide, he said he went on a 25-year drinking binge.
That's probably
That
true,
was his
man.
homie?
It's
Yeah, that
probably
was
true,
homie, bro. That's
Damn,
the guy that brought him. He came to LA with him.
You know, I met briefly. I met Steve, and I'm not. My only story I got about him is that I didn't know I had seen his act, but then when they told me I'd seen his act, I said, I could tell why he took that road. You know,
That plunge.
Yeah.
Dude, he was
Órale.
one of those comics, bro. You
No
know,
holding back, right?
No, I don't know. He was one of those comics.
God damn.
he was
that-
more of a.
God damn.
You know,
more of a
some
writer,
some comics start off they give themselves
fit,
no,
homie.
like if you start off in comedy, you know, like at first you get laughs, you know,
Yeah.
then to get chicks, then
Yeah.
to get money, then to get a show, then to tour, whatever, then come back to get it back to shows.
That's
But
Hakuna Matata. You know?
yeah, but a lot of
Full circle.
I think by reading the book, he one of the comics that said this. In 4 years, I'm gonna do. I should be here.
Yeah.
In 5 years, I'm gonna
Yeah,
shoot that. Like,
everybody knows you cannot put. You
it
cannot
was
set-
hard. You know, you
can't
put too
set
much
goals
stress on
like
yourself.
A 5-year plan like a city or
You
something.
gotta say, give
But I
yourself
think-
5 years to fuck it up with coke first.
But it's natural. Look, it's natural to start off like when I left college. I gave myself like an idiot. I gave myself 6 months. You know,
Fuck.
but it happened for me in 6 months. For me personally, it happened too fast. I was getting
Ralph
bored.
Barbosa right here.
I didn't have the material. I didn't have the thing. You know. But then you learn. I think.
You adapt, right?
I didn't know I had the pull.
You
to
give
tell
an
them
hour when they said, "Damn, Paul, you're a funny motherfucker."
I
You
never.
give an hour
Were
material.
you going Chicano around in that time?
Yeah, man.
Only Mexican, dude.
Yeah, man. I was the first guy on the Tonight Show to go. Orale.
An anomaly, dog.
But anyways, but
Before
what
he
it
went to land
is,
on the moon.
what it is that when it started happening to me, and then you don't know how to handle it. You know, you had a good woman, right? You don't know how to handle when women that wouldn't talk to you before, boom, they're all
Swarm.
there, right? And then you got Fedia. And
Lonnie Anderson.
then I got Fedia, right? I got big Fedia. Norman hit me up with a couple of mil and I went crazy, right? I tried to buy my father's cariño. I bought him a Cadillac. He thought I was dealing dope. Because 6 months after that,
Like Seinfeld.
I bought him a ranch, you know, todo eso. My father.
¿En dónde?
In Fresno. I still have that. It's the last piece of land I have. And then, so it happened too fast. Within 2 years, I had boom, and I was broke. And I had a baby coming at that time. So it's a pretty difficult part. But you know.
That's when you took the show in Spanish.
Simon, you know, if English isn't working, I did the show in Spanish. And it was very popular. I was there for 4 years.
The show that Paul Rodriguez.
The show
Juanito
that Paul
Carson.
Rodriguez.
But it wasn't paying nothing, you know. I almost got to a point where I had to pay them. That's how cheap they are.
Shit.
You know, then I did Lo Premio Lo Nuestro, but I didn't complain. You know, I figured this is what the cards I got, and it wasn't the money then, but the connections that I did through Premio Lo Nuestro have helped me in my life. When you get to know Juan Gabriel, you know, you go to his house.
damn.
When you know
Cantinflas.
Luis Miguel Cantinflas, everybody.
Icons.
Dude.
When you do that and you act right, you know, Selena, everybody. I had known Selena before. Those kinds of things are the kinds of things that are paying dividends now. Because now when I call somebody and I go, hey, could you help me with this song or could you do that? They go, look, I can't right now, but I'll hook you up over here. I'm even using my kids' connections. I hooked up. I got there with Nas. I get
That's
a song
fucking
from
awesome,
him.
dude.
Oh, yeah.
So no, this is. I put all my eggs in this basket. You know, I know they're gonna judge me. You know, either I wasted my time or wasted my money, but I don't really care. If it makes me laugh, you know, I figured I have enough of a Geiger here. If it makes me laugh, it'll work. We've tested it to small groups, and they've been very helpful. They go, look, don't do this. You know, and overall it works out. But the rough cut I got now is funny because we screened it for 20 people. They're not my relatives. Nobody I know. Anybody knows. Just screened it, you know.
Yeah.
And it gets real laughs. Especially the end. I won't blow it, but the end it was a gift from God, you know. Because originally it was gonna end where Jay Moore was gonna take over, continue to do the holy roly, making money, right? And I was gonna write a book about my memoirs and go to a TV show, and it just seemed like a dud. So I kept saying, I gotta come up with something, and bing, I came up with something.
Something.
Yeah, man. And you know, It could have been better. Of course, everything could have been better, but the $1.5 million, and God just opened up doors for me. To tell you the truth, I'm not the most religious man, but how do you explain this? We rented a room, a studio in Paramount, right? So we're about to shoot.
wow.
We're about to shoot Guzman, all of that, and the guys come out there and they go, "Hey, Los Bukis own this place. What's her name? J-Lo just finished doing her video here." I said, "Los Bukis."
In the city of Paramount?
Yeah, no, it's in the city of Paramount. Yeah, they bought a studio, right?
A hangar?
I was paying $12,000 a day, right? I had to get it all done, and then COVID. That was another COVID hit. I had to spend because it's a union film. That's the only way I could get these stars to do it. So I went from a budget of $500,000 to $1.5 million ultimately, right? But working, putting the money in, I didn't even pay my rent. I was getting evicted, all kinds of things. But if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger, right?
Yeah.
And it was kind of funny to me, that the landlord's threatening. Well, I'm gonna go to the news media and say that you're a bum, you're not paying your rent and all of that. I said, you do that, I need the publicity, So she said, all right, you can stay. So I worked it out, and then what happened is that they tell me, Los Bukis on that place. I say, yeah, I think I met them at Premio Lunes. He goes, yeah, they're upstairs. They know you. Come on up there. So I go up there, and it was just love, man. So they said, what are you doing? I said, look, I have the script. That was the first day of shooting, right? I have the script. I showed them, the manager, girl, and all that. I said, man, the next day they go, yeah, man, we're in. We like it. We'll support you. You have to pay here, and here's 75 grandes. And you could have, and they gave me one of their songs, one of the biggest songs, Mi Cárcel. Mi Cárcel. I told my mom, I told my brother, they went, wow, that's a big song. And their music has helped the other movies that they've done.
It's timeless.
So what can I tell you, man? The Ducats are in, and then Felipe wasn't a culo at all. He's the same guy I've always known. I said, come on in, vato. He didn't do I didn't
Come
expect
on in,
him.
vato.
He didn't go, look, Simón. Y salió a toda madre. I appreciate you. And this thing, if it makes feria, which it's got to make feria, man. I'm relentless. I did $1 million to Juan. That was for about 150,000. That made $3 million in the theaters. But pendejo, I didn't know how to think. This one I had the lawyers cut the thing. Makes feria. I'm gonna do right. I'm gonna do right by everybody.
Just want some P-Rod tennis shoes from 2004.
Oh man, that's
hell yeah. The
Give me a
first
pair of the
one,
new ones,
please,
dog.
dude.
And let me tell you, Mike, yeah, that's a.
Let me tell you, man. I had some. Remember, I had those P-Rods, bro. But I went on a 5-day binge, and then
I had
they
those.
rotted.
He sold one of them.
I did. I lost one in Valley River.
He sold one of them.
I did. I lost one. Some guys still thought P-Rods, and I remember I let it disappear, bro. One pair. I left them with Valley River.
I'll tell you, man.
Like a hopscotch.
My son has been the biggest blessing of my life, because he's such a unfunny, steady dude. I walked up to him and goes, "Sabes qué?" There was one night where I hadn't paid the crew that week. I didn't know where I was going to come up with the 45 grand, right? And I've been asking him already, and he'd given me already, so I picked him up. He didn't even say anything. He says, "How much, Dad?" I go, "Oh, I'm not calling you for money, mijo. I just called I love you." He goes, "I love you too. Now, how much?" So he wrote a check, man. And he
65.
He got me out of there.
What are we gonna do with Pop?
Now, now even if he wasn't
We're
my
going
kid,
to Hong Kong
I'm
with
not
Jon
gonna-
Stites.
I'm not
I know,
going to take the DNA test.
I see this one.
Right before I got my caps, that's where you
I think I've seen this one in a porno before, though.
That's where I got my
Me
teeth.
too, bro.
Man, it's been a very good, man. It's been a blessing, and I think I'm gonna show you a piece so you can put it on the podcast later.
Yeah, bro. Órale, Johnny Depp.
Oh, Johnny
Oh,
Depp.
shit.
Right here, Newsies, eh? You look a reporter, bro. Hey.
Hey, I like that. What is that big song from Newsies? Is
Damn, you know it?
where? So what is it? Life is tough or something like that.
We're not
Hey,
gonna
Bob.
take it.
Growing up, you like musicals or nah?
I-
Doris Day or Grease, Saturday Night Fever?
West Side Story.
Where's that
I
story?
do like Grease. I gotta tell you, and I also went to see Phantom of the Opera. I like the
me
play
too.
better. That's feeling, I used to do a Chicano bit about the Chicano Phantom of the Opera, right? I used to do this, and like that. I used to go.
That's where Mando got that one joke,
I
eh?
go. This guy stick to my head. I used to go. Gently, slowly, cruising down the highway. It never took off. But anyways,
I
I used to do.
wanted.
I used to do with the Kleenex, and boom, it sticks up there with all the sweat, and I cut a hole in it, and I go, Put your cares away to the garish light of day. Tú sabes, me ponía todo. Tú sabes, Fanta empezaba a hacer así. But the audience are looking at me like, ¿qué chingo está diciendo? But you should never do that at Tijuana Club. Right?
He went all Phantom mode, huh?
I'm active, bro. Like, get two-faced.
That's why the money disappeared. That's the material that brought
That
me
was
down.
funny because the last time you said that you stopped throwing tortillas because you were doing a show and you threw a tortilla on a camera and it blocked the filming.
That was Soul Train.
Don Cornelius must have had a...
Check that.
He was
That
throwing
night,
tostadas at us.
that night
Mexican
Richard
over
Pryor
here.
was there. He had done it, the Soul Train, and they had a pretty good cast. And I was really young. So Don Cornelius. So I hope they don't make me go down the dancing line because I can't dance. So, but I went out there, man. And just by a stroke of luck, I said, I used to do the tortilla bit, and I threw the tortilla, and it went right into the camera.
Perfect.
And when they showed it, it was like they said, "Oh man, was that planned?" I go, "Yeah, I could do that." I was like Bruce Lee throwing the chingaderas, but the tortilla went right in there. Then after a while, I had to let the tortilla go, or else I wasn't gonna be a prop comic. The reason why I went because that used to always get big laughs. Tortillas. That's my tortillas. You could use it as frisbees, Pac-Man. You're Jewish. You use it as a
Pac-Man.
But back then in the day, the reason why I couldn't find tortillas past the Mississippi, I was in a lot of cities. Your tortillas. Sometimes I had to use falafels, and that didn't work.
Too thick.
Did you ever, before the Phantom and the tortilla, did you have other props?
Yeah.
Starting out?
Well, the Mexican Express card.
I remember that one,
Old school.
The big knife. But
Hell
I was
yeah.
having problems taking that in the airport, and this is before the terrorista.
With a real knife.
Well, yeah, my brother made me a fake one, but it was a big one. I used to go, do you know me? People don't know me, but when I travel, that's why I carry the Mexican Express. I don't even know the bit. It's the Mexican Express card.
Don't leave home without it.
Yeah, you go. It's recognized and respected all over the world. But props. I don't look down on prop comics. But it's hard if you travel a lot. I think a real comedy should come right just out of your head. You don't have to walk around and dress fun.
There's some prop comics, bro, that are just committed, man. Like Rusty Dooley and Harry Basil.
Oh, there was one of the greatest ones was
Carrot
Old
Top.
school.
yeah, no, one of the greatest ones, a guy who used to
Jeff,
have
what?
just
That guy?
a bunch of pigs. More pigs.
More pigs?
Lenny. His name was Lenny. He's old school. He's an older guy. And he used to do this. He'd get the audience to holler, more pigs, Lenny. That was his whole... He had a bunch of plastic pigs. He'd throw them around,
Was that from Mice and Men? Is that take?
I don't know, but whatever happened to him, his name was Lenny Schultz. Lenny Schultz. Look him up. Lenny Schultz.
Lenny Schultz.
I hope he's still
From the
alive
famous
somewhere.
Schultz family.
That sounds like a prop comic name.
Yeah, but
More pigs, Lenny.
I was fascinated with prop comics. One of the best was Harry Basil. Harry Basil.
He's still around.
He's opening the Laugh Factory in Covina, by the way. And he always used to get standing nose. Man.
Superman and shit.
He used to do a great
Hilarious,
Rocky. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
They play the music.
Man, following him was I'd rather fight Pryor. Man, he's a destroyer.
He'd do Rocky, huh?
Yeah, dude. When Joe Diaz had that room at the Bray Improv, he had him headline one night.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Wait till he does
There he is.
Superman,
There he is.
cocksucker.
More Schultz, more pigs, Lenny. It's
Look for Harry Basil, too.
Isn't that a trip? How you look back, how time went by so fast, and so many comics that you remember that fell by the wayside. Like when I first started, the hottest guy was the Unknown Comic.
Yeah, he was funny.
was
One-liners.
He became a Vegas
It
act
made
then.
me laugh.
Vegas act. Yeah, and then
He's at the Ice House.
I remember one time
coming
they had a sketch. He goes, you're the father of my son. No, I'm not. And they show the baby. The baby had a little bag.
Yeah. I used to like the one he
That's
goes.
fucking funny, dude.
We're all gonna get old, and he'd wrinkle up the bag.
Good ass one.
You
dude.
know where he headlined? Maybe in 2019, before the pandemic, he headlined the Underground Comedy Club in Reno.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
right. Tahoe, right? Oh no,
I worked
Tahoe.
with him. I worked with him. I just had old friendship, but I remember the first.
Hilarious.
The funniest guy was at the where Robert Kennedy got killed. It was at the
Ambassador
Roosevelt.
Hotel.
no, it was
The Roosevelt.
The
That's in LA.
ambassador. The ambassador.
The Ambassador
Coconut
Hotel.
Grove.
Roosevelt is where I'm going to kill somebody. Where I'm going to kill myself. Anyways,
Haunted.
the guy that won it was the gay Marine. Remember, he used to have a pink hat. Boy, he couldn't do that. So LBGTQ, but he was funny. What was his name? That was his whole bit. He was the gay Marine. He had a pink hat, and he used to do this whole funny thing about
hilarious, dude.
But hey,
You know military go. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, I was in the Army.
No, the guy that gave Marine.
I'd never heard of him.
What was
The
his
gay-
name?
We just called him and that's the Navy. I thought.
What? Who was?
Coast Guard.
So many guys, you know, they
Coast
used to,
Guard.
They used to do a Make Me Laugh with Bobby Van. That was the show to get on at the time. Mike Binder used to do
Mike
that.
Binder.
And all these guys, you know, but it's amazing how, you know,
Chucky Williams on there, the buff guy.
you think back and go, what happened? Whatever happened? They'll be saying that about me, not about you, but they'll probably be saying, what happened? What I'm going to do is, as soon as this movie comes out, the Freddy comes out, I'm not going to pay nobody points. I'll put it in a suitcase and take off. Man.
Damn.
I'll
The
be
Phantom.
I'll be in Romania. Here
What
to
up?
buy a castle.
It's funny. There's a show on The Fabulous Miss Maisel. Look it up, Philip, on Amazon. It's about a female comic trying to be a comic in the 60s. Marvelous Miss Maisel. And there's a prop comic there. And she's doing open mic, and this prop comic shows up and fucking destroys.
the room, yeah.
He shows up with a puppet, and he goes, he's a prop comic, but he had a puppet. And he goes, like a mannequin, like a ventriloquist. And he goes, I have some sad news today. My partner, who I've been working with for pretty much 20 years, has committed suicide today. And he takes out the puppet, and he has a noose over his head.
Oh.
He committed suicide. He left a note. I can't take living in that box anymore. And then he goes, so now, but you know, the show must go on, and what normally is a 2-man show, I'm gonna do it with one man. So he holds the puppet, he's like all like this with the head down, you know, out dead. And then he goes, hey, how's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight? He's getting sad. Everybody doing tonight? And then he would say, does anybody here have big tits?
I gotta see
I
that show.
fucking die. I rewatched that shit. I memorized that shit.
I gotta see that show.
Yeah, that's season 1 of Marvelous Miss Maisel. The Fabulous Miss
Good
Maisel.
show.
A lot of people say that was Joan Rivers. You know, I think Joan
Yeah,
Rivers,
that's what I said. It was Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers' life. You know, I got to be good friends with Joan. I had great respect for her.
June Carter. What? No.
But also too, like Phyllis Diller.
Joan Rivers
though.
was not an easy lady to befriend. You know, I was very lucky because my roommate at the time, Mark Sanchez, was her makeup man, right? He got me on the show in New York, and I made her laugh, which was hard. She was hard on comics. And after that, man, we were cool. I'd go to her house, you know, and she had like a library, Holmes. She had like you walk into like a walk-in closet. All the jokes are digitized and everything like that. You know, I hope she left that to the Smithsonian or something. You know. Any topic you say, woman's shoes, 200 jokes about women's shoes.
Pulls them up.
And funny stuff, man. She had, you know. I was so lucky to befriend her. You know, she was a hard, because she would tell me, you know, oh, this asshole and that guy. She didn't like anybody, you know. And I used to say to myself, I wonder what she says about me when I leave the house, you know. But Sanchez was always going, no, man, she really thinks highly of you. And I never thought highly of myself because, to tell you the truth, all my comedy was, my problem is that I'll come up with a routine or something, but I can't remember verbatim. So when I do like on the Tonight Show, sometimes I go blank, you know, I go, you know. But I was fortunate to have a.
Oh man, I went through a rabbit hole because there was a show. Because I watch Seinfeld, I watch episode of Seinfeld every day, and go to sleep. You know, every day we go to watch Seinfeld and go to sleep. But there was what's the name of that guy?
Hey, let me smoke too, so I can start. Give me.
Here, light it up, eh?
So I could
Light it up, homie.
I could be at the same.
What's the name of that dude from Colors, bro? That black dude from Crips?
Wayne or
Don
something.
Cheadle.
Yeah, there was Don Cheadle did an episode. Give him a light, bro.
I got it, man.
Don Cheadle did an episode of Will Smith.
No, I don't.
And he ended up getting a pilot from that one little episode.
Oh, yeah?
And but when Branton took whatever the name, the guy, he ended up canceling that sitcom, right? So then I went in a rabbit hole of sitcoms
Oh, I'm sorry.
that were
That's all right.
sitcoms that were on for a little while, and I found one with you. You and that guy from the 18 were like lawyers,
Yeah.
brothers-in-law. What was it called?
It was called Trial and Error.
Trial and error.
Yeah. We did the.
Well,
Man,
you were-
I've had all kinds of shots. And this
Yeah, but we saw it. It looked good. It looked funny, man.
It was funny. The problem is the guy that did our show, Archie Bunker. He was the guy feeding Archie Bunker's kid dope, and Archie Bunker had us. I always had that kind of luck, man. But
That's insane.
But you know what we have? What I do have going for me now is I won't say who the A-list showrunner is, but I pitched an idea, right? That I thought was funny. It was like, you know how the Negros are remaking the
You
Wonder
could be
Years
a bottle of
Old?
water.
So I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna do Sanchez and Son, which is Sanford and Son. Sanchez
Yes.
and Son, right? And I took it to this big time showrunner, and he said, "Look, here's the problem with that. Who are you kidding? You're famous, and your son is even more famous than you. So the audience, it's hard to get the audience to see you guys as characters. Why don't you just come out like being father and son and talk about things that are going on?" So we're writing this thing called the Father and Son Chronicles, right? And all it is my kid and I talking about our past, you know? Like the first one is, hey, your birthday's coming up, you know? He goes, yeah, I'm depressed. I said, what are you depressed about? I should be depressed. I said, I always threw great birthday parties for you. He goes, no, you didn't. That's why I'm depressed. You remember when I said, what are you talking about? I threw the greatest party for you when you were 12, you know? Don't you remember? He goes, first of all, I was 9. So there's a hand comes in and turns up 3 candles. All right, you happy now? And he goes, and we tell the story how I remember it. Huh? I come out all Catherine, you know, it was wonderful. All the kids brought you presents, you know. Everybody came. And then he tells it his way. Well, I'm all drunk. You know, I try to blow the candles off and I spit on the cake. The kids didn't want it. So it's called, thank you so much.
You could just airdrop it, John. It's all good.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
Could give it to Lisa. She'll do it.
So it's like the Father and Son Chronicles. That's what I'm working on.
That's a good one, man. Because I always thought that'd be a funny one. When you and I just fucking do one like Eddie Murphy's Trading Places in the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, you know that.
You know, when you're like a sophisticated guy and I steal your identity.
Somebody
Taming of the Shrew.
just told me about one called the Super Barrio Brothers.
That's
funny,
Super
dude.
Barrio Brothers, you know.
Enough about Ernie G.
You don't say bad words
by the
here.
way.
But the thing is, it's if this movie, God willing, will make money, and then I'm just gonna jump into another one. I've always wanted to make a Day with the Devil with the Cantinflas movie, A Day with the Devil. The premise is great, but back then they didn't have the money for the special effects, right?
No, they didn't, man.
So I rewrote my version of that, and the version it has some Groundhog Day, but it's about this vato the movie gets was this vato up in a building who's about to jump, right? He pulls out a cigarette, he's gonna have his last cigarette. He doesn't have a match, right? And all of a sudden we see a hand come on and go, psh, he lights it, goes, "What the fuck are you doing here?" He goes, "I know what you're doing here." He goes, "Listen, you're gonna commit suicide. I want you to sell it to me." He goes, "Sell you what?" "Your soul." He goes, "Well, what the hell are you?" He goes, "You know, I'm the guy who buys souls. I got a lot of names." You know, he's giving his name. He goes, "I never heard of you." "What are you?"
Lucifer,
He goes, "What are you,
Diablo,
drunk?"
Cocoy. You know,
He
lots
goes,
of names.
"I'll sell you my soul." He goes, "But do some kind of magic. How do I know you're the devil?" The devil goes, "I mean, I'm kind of rusty, you know." Who's the vato from the MGM, the big time suggestion?
David Copperfield.
David Copperfield goes. I gave David Copperfield all
Amazing
my
Jonathan.
jokes. So the vato steps out into the vast, and he's there, and the guy goes, "That's nothing. I've saw," and he starts naming famous magicians that done that, right? He goes, "Well, do something else." Devil pulls out some cards. "Here, pick a card." "Hey, you're not the devil. What the hell are you doing up here? You know, just let me do this." Finally, tú sabes, like, ya tiene el colmo. His face morphs into, he grabs him by the throat and he puts him out. He goes, "Look, your soul's not that important. You're going to give it to me or not?" And he sells it to him, and the guy gives him 1 hour on the eternal universal clock where you can put it anyways, like Groundhog Day, so that we can find out what got you to commit suicide. Well, how bad is it, right? And as you go through his life, you realize that towards the end, the audience is going, "Man, this guy deserves to commit suicide. Just let him commit suicide," because it starts with these little kids in the playground, 2 little boys and 1 little girl, and the little kid's going, "Yeah, no, you go first, Sally. You go first." "No, I don't want to. Go first." And then she starts to climb, and he starts looking at her right there. And the other kid doesn't get it. He goes, "What? He goes, "What?" Yeah, so he starts like all the way through, you know, to the end. The devil, after a while, the devil doesn't want to hang out with him.
He does, huh?
The devil's old lady is calling him. The devil's afraid of his old lady.
That's
his liver hurts and
hilarious,
getting
dude.
drunk. No, man. All that idea needs us fatty, and we're up to go. Eh?
Hell yeah, Jon Stites said I'm testing.
I'm not gonna be in it though. It's got the whole
Yeah.
thing is I want to have like a young Catherine, you know, in a kind of like a young Robert Goulet, tú sabes, con el mustache, todo vestido.
Hell yeah, Robert Goulet, bro.
Fucking pencil mustache.
Yeah, he passed away. I got to know him too. He was a toda madre. He was a good guy, man.
Hey, how did you guys meet though? Because I know that you and I we did a Spanish show at the Ice House, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to this. What do you call it? A dungeon, and this mistress was whipping him. So I said, "Hey."
I went on.
So you were like at a show getting whipped by that comedian Tanya Estrada.
Now you're bringing up the right one. No, I had done. I went on Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento. You know
That's
what that
crazy,
is?
dude. That's
yeah.
Channel 62, right?
Yeah. So nobody was really taking
Bro,
me.
so you were over there with Platanito and shit, right? That
Yeah,
studio?
and then I made
And
it.
that's funny you say that because when he said he was doing that Spanish show, bro, you were there.
Yeah.
Tell us about craft service.
Bro, that whole experience was fucking bonkers, man. Like, the first thing I noticed, they didn't get the Me Too memo. They're still doing like the clown jumping out and grabbing tits.
it doesn't
Like the
exist out
weather,
there.
the weather lady walks
Yes.
out.
That's
with
the
like
punchline
the
right there.
Big,
And they keep their audience for 16 hours.
yeah, yeah. So
That was
check.
me.
So
That's maximizing the you know they know how to shoot the
All they
shot.
do, they tell the audience, traite cinco
Yeah.
dress, types of change of clothes.
That same audience, that's their job.
Traite whatever, and then they give one of those
Vitaminas.
fascino, I
Usted,
guess.
señor, cortes el mustache.
Yes, they,
Yeah.
And then when I kind of found my groove was when I discovered your crowd, when I discovered Chicanos, I was like, oh, these are the guys that get me. Well, fucking Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento, that's like Home Depot Mexicans.
Yeah.
And no one gave them, they don't really get me as much. There's no comics on that. There's no comics and there's no white people.
bro,
Nobody
you gotta
gave-
put on a skull like the homie.
Who's
He was
the
looking for
judge?
the
Is the
ace
judge?
like-
Is the
Yeah,
judge
yeah.
Don Chente?
Yeah, Don Cheto.
Oh,
Yeah,
you did
yeah,
that
Don
one with,
Chente, yeah.
with that
yeah,
girl.
Yeah,
Don
yeah,
Cheto,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Don
yeah, with
Chet-
Ana Barbara
Don
and
Chente, Don
Chiquis.
Chente.
Did you ever do that show?
Yeah.
Good. 'Cause I had a great experience. They laughed. They laughed you.
I think on that show, I was the celebrity audience judges on the
yeah.
side.
Yeah.
So I go out, I had this joke that I'd opened with at 1,000,000 Spanish shows that would always kill. I'd walk out and I'd go, tranquilos culeros, no soy migra, and it would always get, it's hacky, but it would always get a big laugh.
When you did it,
funny.
did you notice how beautiful everybody is? Like, they were taking me for an audience member when I got there, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They said, no, tú te vas para allá. No, yo estoy comediante. No, mentiroso. Vete para allá. Bro,
He had to get like a pass.
the reason I said craft service, because
It was the most ghetto
there
chapa
was a woman there, I think her name is Gloria.
Making
I
the
forgot her name.
tortillas.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
She has a big cazuela,
Yes.
and she makes a cocido or bistec on that thing, and it's, hey, man, if you don't have
show?
a green room, man, all that vapor, bro, fucks up all that wall. And then
Starts bubbling, huh?
in the break room,
true.
and then the audience members stand in line like Jim Jones for a little plate, bro.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Hey, dame más. Okay, cabrón.
Mas,
But it's good, though. It tastes good.
quiero más horchata. You want más horchata?
And then once
I like shows that pay cash.
And then once I did
Hey,
that,
yeah, they
once
do.
I'd done that, I knew I could actually do it in Spanish. And then I did a show at the Comedy Store. Do you know those guys, Erasmo y la Chocolata?
Yeah, Erasmo.
Yeah.
Erasmo, yeah.
Chocolata, that's from like that radio station.
No, it's a show on. It's a very popular show, and I listen to it too. And they do things like
They're funny, dude. They're funny as
they
fuck.
They're
call-
like Mexican.
Somebody calls their
Mexican.
boyfriend, you know. Somebody's working here sending money to vieja.
Yeah.
They call like a chocolate company. Oiga, está fulana de tal. Sí, aquí estoy. Mire, estoy hablando de la compañía de chocolate. Te vamos a hacer un chocolate, pero ¿no tiene alguien especial que se lo quiera dar? Pues sí, fíjate. Y el no, and the guy's listening. The guy who she thinks that's his girlfriend.
It's basically Ryan's Roses,
It's
but
the-
like Mexican.
The United
Yeah.
States, right? But sometimes they get into it. Pues sí, se llama Octavio. And he goes, the guy says, ¿usted se llama Octavio? No me llamo Octavio. And I find out that she's- this guy, ¿cuánto dinero está mandando? Pues estamos a 300 a la semana trabajando aquí. Y a ver, pero she's not hearing it. ¿Y este Octavio quién es? Es un pretendiente. They get into it. They get the ruga to confess. Ya, me lo estoy cogiendo y todo. And then her boyfriend comes out. ¿Qué dijiste? Yo aquí trabajando, tú eres una, quién sabe qué. They start, haggling each other. They fuck up a relationship. You know, which I admire that. 'Cause,
Yeah.
It's funny.
That's funny you say that about. They didn't get the Me Too memo over there, because I was doing a show at Platanito, and and we're told to be TV clean no matter where the fuck we go.
But you can flick
Latinos and
nipples,
blacks
dude.
are told to be clean even on live shows, but El Platanito, like I was trying to be funny, but he was just out funnying me because he don't give a fuck. There was a picture of LeBron James getting a finger to the nose, right? And then whatever, right? I forgot my joke because it's not funny as his. And El Platanito just said, "Dime cómo apesta tu hermana."
Oh my god.
Tell me how your sister smells. I mean, I thought of that joke, but I don't think I didn't think I could say it on TV. Yeah. But he just said it like,
Did you ever tell him that would have been a funny joke?
No, he said it.
Because sometimes I didn't.
No, he said it on TV.
What?
No, El Platanito said that joke on TV.
Yeah. That's what I'm telling you. Where was it an original? Or he had heard it for you.
No, he heard it from. He made it up right there.
Oh well, then he's got.
Because they showed her the picture of the finger to the nose, so we were all coming up with the funniest one, and he killed us with. Tell me how your sister smells. But we're on TV.
But he could get away with that.
Yeah.
And like you, I would have done something like, "Es buena coca."
Shit.
Oh yeah.
But you got to think about it. Maybe like those censor executives, they're not watching that shit, dude.
And then we did Make Me Laugh with leche like this, Make Me Laugh. And then Platanito, all he did was repeat everybody's joke in his way, and they were killing, man.
When I did the semifinals, I got bleeped twice because you have to run through. They have to run through your set to make sure you're not doing anything fucked up. And I was using the word vertiga, and they were no. They go, you can't say that. And Don Cheto comes out and he goes, "Hey man," he goes, "You're not winning anyway." He goes. He goes, you should fucking do that, man. And I was like, that dude's cool as shit, man.
He's not really an old man, right?
No, he's not. He wears Jordans. He's a young dude, so he's living the life because he gets all the money, but nobody fucks with him. He can drift in and out of malls.
Yeah, he's on Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. But the thing about that Channel 62, like when they first started, in 2003,
that's some chaffa shit.
The censors weren't there because they didn't know what the fuck that channel was.
They're still not there.
And I remember watching
that show's eating the lunch of the big stations. That
man.
That guy who runs it, a very smart guy.
I remember watching.
They actually spend $20,000 an episode.
When I was in middle school, watching their blind date version of it, bro. Every date ended up at a fucking hotel room, and the pixels weren't covering the nipples, dude.
Nah.
I was jacking off to that shit, bro. Like,
don't jack off here, dog.
But the thing is that it teaches you the sensitivity of how to work in front of a Spanish audience. I want to know the truth. I personally think I rock it in Spanish better than in English, because it comes natural to me. It's what I always wanted to do. I do this routine that is killing about my grandpa and. How my brother George, why I ruined it, but trust me, it's just kicking ass. So I did that when I was there with Platanito. He was intimidated. Is he still on the air?
No, man.
He got canceled, right?
Canceled. Finally.
Because
they finally caught that motherfucker.
He got canceled in Mexico too, though. That's funny.
Oh wow.
Mexico's catching up.
He must. I wish him well. Because he was. I thought it was so weird to have a Johnny with makeup on. What's the purpose of it? You're gonna be famous,
It's la peluca, güey.
Well, yeah, I know all that. But I'll give you, he's talented, right? But and I wish him well. But the thing about it, when I went on there, it was like I read it. The first thing you got to do, any comedian you should know how to read an audience.
Yeah.
What you get from an audience, the only information you can get is their sex for the most part, males or females, their ethnicity, Latinos or not Latinos, and there's obviously Latinos, right? And the age group, and if you have that information, you can craft material for that specific thing. And I did it in Spanish, big laughs, But then I had worked Mexican television, my show enough because I would do stand up every night, and they critique you. No le entendimos esto, qué chingos es esto, I used to get a lot of mainly from Cubanos, they
hey, papi, what are you doing right here with these words?
Look, the truth is, I did Premio Lo Nuestro first. I never me doy paqueta, pero me vale madre la verdad. And then I did it 3 times, right? And then I asked them for a simple little raise, a nothing little raise, right? And
I've been there, bro.
me mandaron la chingada.
That's for $25.
They had told me, they would say, ¿Sabe qué? Usted puede ser el siguiente Don Francisco, you know?
Oh, wow.
And I said,
Jesus Christ, man. That was still alive, yeah.
That's true. And I would
Don
say to
Pablito,
myself,
eh?
I don't want to be Don Francisco, you know? I don't want to be Don Francisco. I want to be me, right? Whether, you know, because why they thought that that I was going to go, all right, I'll behave. But
¿Cuánto usted quería usted, Pablo?
I could never do a show like that, you know, because my idea would be, I think the future is to make it more, you know, a serious, if you're going to do like a Johnny without that mask, but with words, being funny with words, right? And my ideas were, you know, but they're all doing it now. Nobody did stand up.
You're ahead of it.
In Latin America.
Yeah, I used to get letters, Felipe, of
haciendo,
people
you know?
going, no te entendemos, mire, me caes bien, pero póngase de un Catrín, de un niño, vístate un...
They're used to animated shit, dude, you know?
And I was going to say, like, Latin American comedy, even from Mexico all the way back down to that in Spain, it's all character-based.
Yeah, so why...
Chapulina and all that shit, dude.
Chapulín, Colorado.
I never did that. Not that I couldn't do it.
Right.
I would do pieces. I never did that because I wanted to establish the fact that funny doesn't come from your clothing,
costume.
It comes from your words, how you craft your words, how you present it. That's true stand-up.
Ahead of your time,
You know,
Paul.
so-
Yeah, bro. That type of comedy was like after World War II in America when there was people that were the Navy comedian, like McHale's Navy.
Yeah.
All these shows popped out.
It was
There was a
profit,
cop.
and
And
they were
stand-up
restricted.
comedy
That's
started
an
in
old
a-
reference.
Yeah, old
McHale's
yeah,
Navy,
bro.
dude.
We did a history of comedy, and after World War II,
Stand-up comedy started in America.
yeah, man, and they were fucking
In the Catskills.
a lot of people were like, you know, Gomer Pyle. They were doing
Lady
stand up
Pocono.
dressed as a Navy guy, and Mexico still does that, man. Like,
Well, and I can tell you this, man. The reason I speak
El
Spanish,
Cholo.
the reason I speak Spanish is I used to be
Dinos,
Spanish.
güey.
I was a Spanish teacher.
you go to Hong Kong, Adelitas, right?
Ah,
you gotta learn.
that's
You know how
Pura
embarrassing
pinche
it is to
pastilla
know
de la sur, güey.
You should be a 90-day fiance.
Yeah. Get a
How did you learn Spanish, bro?
Get a
Like, you a
Guatemalan
border cop or
baddie,
what?
dude.
El martillo.
Fui estudiante de intercambio en San Luis Potosí. Gané una
wow.
beca para estudiar allá. Viví con una familia mexicana y para mí, mi familia fue un pinche desmadre.
Hell yeah, bro. That fool was an
You know what
exchange
I-
student
Me
in San
encontré,
Potosí,
What
bro.
I admire,
with a full
what I
scholarship.
admire of him
You live with
is
a
that,
family out there,
is
yeah.
that why do you want to start being a Latino comic? You're white, Holmes. You know, I would want to switch places. You know, if we were
Because he's
switch
better than Darren Carter, that's why.
Friday, bro.
You don't need no fucking flashlight.
He don't need a flashlight. Do all that bullshit.
I
eh?
look for him to play part, but
Kid. Shout out to Darren Carter. He's good. Eh?
Rodrigo, what's wrong with you?
Fresno.
DC, homie.
The
I
party
have to give him a
starter.
raise for he's my homeboy. He's from Fresno.
What I was gonna say
And
was-
Rooster.
So I
Hell yeah, me shout out.
And kind of the brainchild behind these shows when I started them like 6 years ago was I love everything about Mexico, the Mexican culture. I love everything except the fucking television has been trashed since I was there in '91.
Las
I mean,
novelas,
I mean,
You're like Daniel
It's-
Stern and Born in the East
It's
LA.
slowly, but
bro, it's comically bad.
no, I watch it. You gotta stay. You know,
It's horrible.
it's
It's the worst.
look. I could say a lot of things, but the truth is,
It's
it's
still
growing.
very stuck back
Very
then.
old
It's
fashioned.
getting better.
it's still
growing.
it hasn't changed at all, bro. You're right. You
old
watch
No,
that
it,
shit
it has though. Like Mexico, opposed to here.
because of Franco Escamilla. He was the
They're
first
changing,
like
yeah.
stand up.
No.
Yeah.
I was the first.
Correct me if I'm wrong, dog.
I did it. I did an hour in Telemundo.
No, for
still
sure.
kick it ass.
You're ahead of your time, though,
You know,
Paul.
Way ahead. Too
But
far ahead.
what he does, Escamilla is funny, and I look at, I respect the thing, but he's
Mexican comedy is the same as hee haw.
That's fucking
That's true.
spot
Yeah,
on.
with like-
That's it.
Yeah.
but
Well,
look,
they're all gonna be like, come on, like, y le fue dijo el chavo que.
hopefully they're growing, and I did it knowing back then that one day they're gonna slowly westernize and you know.
Matter of time.
I got nothing against props and like that, and I don't even consider low comedy or high comedy. Comedy's comedy, right?
Comedy's comedy.
But what I'm saying is
Make 'em laugh.
that
Funny is
there
fun.
has to be a time when there's got to be on television. You got to respect your audience more than a bunch of pendejos, you know. You got to talk about something that makes sense, which what Escamilla is. But when I did it, you're talking about 20-something
Before
years
that,
ago,
yeah.
right?
Before Niña
Hell
de
yeah.
Sofia or that.
When I did it,
Yeah.
Dime con
Sofía
quién
Niña de la
andas.
Rivera.
Way before that.
Way before.
You know,
bro.
dime con quién andas, tú sabes.
Yeah.
I shot that at the casino. We had already finished the show we had to do, and I told Montoya, and then I said, go ahead and roll. I said, just let me go. And I went out there just off the top of my head. I did the thing. I did family. I did stuff like that. I wasn't going to start off with El gobierno de México está. None of that. I just
Te
wanted
van
to
a
be
matar,
fun.
cabrón.
Te van a ahorcar,
And it
perro.
ran, look, with all due credit, and it ran on Telemundo for prime time, and it hit. It
That's
made
crazy.
big numbers and stuff like that. Considering the fact that you see Escamilla and all the other guys, they're cutting edge. Yeah, they're cutting edge, but they're not the edge of the cut. You know, I was. You got to give. I'll give you props, but when
You're the
people say-
grandfather of that shit, dude.
No, it's the only thing I got. I have to
Trailblazer.
You know,
man.
look,
Yeah, 'cause you did a 1 hour special in Puerto Rico
I did. I
Hold
did.
on,
In Puerto Rico. In
for
Puerto
HBO.
Rico. And then I did one. And then I
Gave
did.
birth to Bad Bunny, bro.
Yeah, you know.
Luis Miguel, dog.
I've never had the discipline. With me, it's always been like
Baccarat.
I hope the day that they're taping that I have a good night. Because there's nothing I can do if I have a bad night.
I hate.
Imagine
I
this:
hate-
when I did live on HBO live from San Quentin. Oh man, I had diarrhea for a week. You know, I was going, oh man, you know, it's live. I better, you know, and I know
Too much Pruno.
You can put all the notes and shit all run and once I get into a tangent, I don't have time to go. Okay, I don't know. Go for
You just
something
fly.
else. And I had a good one. Some HBO shows were a waste. You know, I just didn't have a good night that day. You know.
But also, too, that's good for spontaneity, too, though. Coming up with something super
well,
fresh.
The kind that I do, I don't recommend it because it's crap. You know, you should be disciplined enough to know. Okay, you start off with this bid, then talk about that, and talk about.
But
this.
that's the other side of being talented, though, too, right? 'Cause, I mean, you can go
That's
for
being pendejo. I don't got the capacity to remember an hour verbatim. You know?
Fuck.
Although I do plays,
Right.
But I could remember ideas. You know, I think you work
Yeah.
like that. You go, okay, topics.
Topics.
Okay, and that triggers the other thing.
You
right?
hustle on that?
So the only thing I could do is I would try to remember at least 10 topics, you know, and I go, boom, policía, you know, and this and that, you know, la economía, whatever it was. That's
Las
the only way I can
viejas,
keep
güey.
I can
That's
keep
a
it
good
in
idea. Top 10 topics.
Tú sabes,
Bullet
or
points.
Put them in, yeah, exactly. But put them in a situation. What I used to do, it worked for me. I used to put pictures instead of writing it out. And it's easier to just look if you put them on the whatever you just show. I just put up a picture if it was about the president, picture of Obama was with this, and that would trigger other ideas instead
smart,
of
yeah.
writing it down. You know, you're an old guy. You're going,
and
what?
squinting.
Yeah, but see, that's like visualism, all
You
different
are in
types
your-
of way that your brain works.
Like Egyptians used to do it, you know?
You write in your fingers, right?
Hieroglyphs, yeah, exactly. You know, if you think about it,
Symbolism.
We have a tendency to go, you know, they're primitives. They have to use pictures. It's an idea that's worth looking again because when you read something, everybody reads something.
Yeah.
So there's no chance to he reads a different. You either know how to read or you don't, right?
Yeah.
But when you see a picture, what it triggers in you is unique to you. You know, you know your
Patterns, pictures, the way your synapse.
You're not
fucking
gonna sit
blows
there and
out.
go, "Estamos acá," you know. So that's something that's.
Those are for robots.
Yeah, well, no.
AI, bro.
It's just the thing, you know. I'm trying to tell you that we have a tendency to think of hieroglyphs and people that did as primitive writing. Now we should think about they might have had something going on. You know, if they painted a dinosaur.
That's a cutting edge.
But it's coming around with emojis and all that stuff. You
There you
know?
go, dog.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. You know, if you put emojis of different
That's
things.
funny, man.
But it's just how some
Yeah.
people
That's funny, man.
learn differently like that.
Yeah,
Like
you
the
have
funny
the,
words and
the happy emoji with the hearts. You
know what it means.
That's how I'm feeling right now.
That'd be a funny joke, but you should say that. Yeah, man, I remember back in the days, people left
A buffalo.
the King Tut. He left fucking relics. They left those fucking pyramids writings. Now, all they're gonna see is a shit face, a shit emoji with a 100% next to it. Eh?
Yeah, that's what it is now.
People are
dude.
gonna be like, what the fuck does this mean? Eh?
Well, you know,
that means
circle,
this
dude.
generation wasted their time, man.
you know,
Dirty.
what I understand, there's always a faction that's gonna try to intellectualize and go, you know, but who knows? It comes around maybe like 100 years from now. It's gonna be genius of a big pile of steaming shit. You know what they're talking about?
Yeah.
When they have like laser shows when they can make a pile of shit appear.
People were really
True.
dumb, bro, back then. They couldn't really read.
They're fucking dumb now too.
Everybody know, like right now, you don't have to know it's a barbershop. All you just see is that blue white line.
It's simple as that.
But back then, they only didn't just cut hair; they'd fucking do surgery back then. They were dentists, right?
They were everything. you know.
Yeah.
Fucking
They slap you
letters.
around, pop, pop,
A
pop.
lady would come in and go ahead. A ver, some women will go to a barber's, right? A ver, ay, señor doctor barbero, dice, tengo una infección en la vagina
Yeah.
y tengo un diente que me duele mucho. And the guy would say, ¿Cuál es más importante? Porque tengo que ajustarla. Ajustar.
La máquina.
What's more?
What's more important here?
Because I have to adjust the chair.
Yeah.
Ahorita te voy a rasurar, cabrona.
Barbers did everything back then, dude. They fucking amputate and all that shit.
It was
dude.
either a barber or una curandera.
Fucking Civil War over here and
It
shit.
was crazy back then, dude.
What's up? You got dates coming up?
I do, man. I this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm at Naples with the captain.
Florida, baby.
Captain.
Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples, man.
Get that buffalo mac and
I
cheese.
wish I could tell you where to eat, but we never eat anywhere there, huh?
They
Pollo
go,
tropical, that was it.
Pollo Tropical.
3 days. 3 days is enough of that food. You know?
Heavy as fuck.
You know,
They're good fish, though, man.
Yeah.
Grouper.
Let me tell you,
Roper, that's fucking.
that they will come
Harvey
like
Weinstein,
That's
dude.
you're in a foreign country, right? And you've been on tour in Europe or whatever. You're eating a lot of their food. Right? You would die for a Taco Bell, man. You're just anything
Yeah,
with
I'm gonna
corn.
talk about
Simple,
tonight.
huh?
Yes, Simone. Yeah. Have you been playing out of the country?
Never.
Well, it'll happen, homie.
Tijuana?
I'm going to Montreal, the Montreal
Well, that's
Comedy
out of the
Festival.
Yeah, I did that. You'll love it.
And Rodrigo's going too.
Yeah, man.
We're
man.
gonna do the What's Up Food podcast.
Hey, man, you know, Felipe, I am sincere when I tell you that your success is. I'm enjoying your success, man. I'm watching you. You could tell the audience, you know, this guy from the minute I saw him, man, I said, this is a talent that he's from Sinaloa and everything, you know. When I was in my height or whatever it was, I would take him with me all the time.
Yeah, man.
I'm always proud of that. I look at it. I didn't discover Felipe. I knew. I knew.
He knew,
Felipe
baby.
was- I respected him as an equal and even more so.
And
You
it's
know?
a trade-off.
Yeah, man.
You don't know this, Paul, but growing up as a white kid in Indiana, my dad was square, and for whatever reason, he liked Cheech and Chong.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how the fuck Cheech and
I love broccoli and Cheech and Chong.
so I grew up watching Cheech and Chong and fucking Paul Rodriguez. Spoke no Spanish.
Shut up, Bill.
I don't know
That's
why.
It's just relatable.
Some of that-
My dad
shit-
was a fan of yours.
You know, Cheech. I'd say this about Cheech, man.
Those guys are fucking. this
Cheech
shit
is really
holds up.
the first pioneer. You know.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Let me tell you something.
That was Friday.
I always
Yeah.
have.
That was
you're-
Friday.
Yeah, viernes, homie.
And that movie,
Open up the
that
calls.
movie still holds up.
I always have great respect
Still
for Cheech.
smoking?
Cheech is the only guy that's never swiveled on his friendship. You know, you're not famous now, or I'm famous. Never. He was always the same. You know, he was such a nice dude then, and every time I see him, it's nothing but love. I look up to him. You know what?
We got people that want to call. They're calling in live. They want to talk to you. You want to talk to them?
Somebody's asking if he's in the porno with Jenny Rivera.
Am I in the porno?
Hilarious.
Jenny
You're in that
Rivera,
porno
rest
with
in
Jenny
peace.
Rivera.
I am. That's me. That's me.
Órale.
What's up, fool? You want to talk to Paul? Ask him a question. You want
Yeah.
directions to the show?
Tell
Call
her- tell her to buy the tape at the swap meet.
UFOOL61.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, you know, like Jenny.
Anybody
Throw your
calling?
back out with that shit.
But you know, something like that, I'm gonna say, you know, yeah, it's me. If that's gonna help, you know, boost up my notoriety.
I don't have headphones, so I'm gonna just.
You know what's crazy though, man? Like, I don't know, like a lot of the young generations, they talk about, oh, you want something good, to manifest it, right? But me, that's a big word for me growing up. So I don't know nothing like that. But when they were filming Born in East LA, and they were filming that scene with Paul and the teddy bear,
Yeah.
those housing projects, that's where I grew up. And we went over there, and we met Cheech's
And he
brother.
asked me for an autograph, and I said, "Fuck you!" And ever since we haven't
Oh
been
no
friends.
shit.
Not even, I didn't get that close, bro. I ended up talking to Cheech Marine's brother. He was like a transport guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was close.
That opening scene when he comes dancing out to Lowrider.
Hell yeah,
to
bro.
that fucked up '62 Impala that's trashed, and he's
What's up, fool? We have a caller.
Yeah, man.
¿Qué dice?
He's an awesome. He's a talent.
Hello?
What's up? Who's this?
What's up, fool?
What's
This is
up,
Roy from
fool?
Houston.
Where you calling
What's up,
from?
Paul?
What's up, fool?
Houston.
Huh?
Houston.
Oh, Houston, man.
Houston. What's
Good
up?
food, eh?
Paul,
Good food. Houston.
Before I forget, I just want to say this. Jesus is in Tijuana.
Yes, he is.
Cálmate, animal.
They don't let him cross because he's Middle Eastern.
Oh, es muy grande. In house TV. Oh man, I just want to say you're a legend, Paul, and man, I grew up watching you, and I still remember your San Quentin special, bro. I was a little boy watching it, and my grandmother. So
Qué
I
bueno.
just want to say big respect, brother.
Man,
Big
that
respect,
means
and
a
I
lot
love
to me,
everything
you know.
you've done.
In my old age, I
Yeah,
figured I put some work in, and I appreciate that, you know. That's the thing. That's the thing about our career, right? In this business, is that it's the only thing you can do in life that even gets you to a place where you're immortal. You'll be remembered. You know.
Well,
That's
thanks
what we
for
all
calling, bro. You broke our hearts.
Just one last thing.
One last thing.
When I was little, this is a good memory of my grandfather.
Yeah.
He never paid for pay-per-view, but we paid for your special where you came out riding in the lowrider and you were the closer for the show,
man.
and Cheech Marine hosted it.
Yeah.
The Latin Kings of comedy.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
Cheech
never
is-
paid for pay-per-view, but we paid for you.
Hell yeah, dog.
George Lopez and
All
all,
right, bro.
everybody's funny. That's
That's
special
funny. They
segment.
never pay for pay-per-view because they got all the Chavez fights for free.
Hey, bro,
but they
you know
pay
what?
for their special.
I even appreciate that. Somebody comes up and goes, you know, we used to have cable. I stole cable for you, eh? I mean, that's the biggest compliment you can get, right?
Felipe, I bootleg your show and I made millions.
Yeah, even that. God bless you. You know. I
What's
appreciate
up, fool?
Someone else.
Oh, somebody's calling. That's funny.
it. Yeah, man. Those see things like that, man. Just
A fine mess, right?
yeah.
What's up, fool?
What's
Well,
up, fool? Who's this?
This is Mario from Atlanta.
Mario from Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Welcome back,
Oh,
homie.
damn, dude.
I'm gonna have a stop layover there.
Bring him some food, bro. What's up, dog? You want to talk to Paul?
What's up, Paul?
What's up?
Hey, I got a question, man.
All right.
Did you ever do coke with Cesar Chavez? The boxer? Julio Cesar Chavez?
Did I ever do coke with him?
The boxer. This fool just went like Joe Rogan.
I
questions
never
there.
did coke with him, but
specific.
was I around? Was I around where there was coke? Yeah. You know.
Take this fool back to the mothership, dog.
You talking about Cesar Chavez, the guy that said don't eat the grapes, or
Cesar Chavez or
the
Julio
boxer?
The Union Buster.
Ironically, I knew them both. Is that weird?
Damn, dude.
The boxer, right?
Yeah, the boxer.
I didn't even know the boxer did coke, bro.
Well,
gotta-
that was
News to me, huh?
That was a rumor, you know. When you're in a situation like that, it's not your business to betray anybody. But I think we're all grown-ups. We realize that that's people do that. I'm not going to say, oh, I saw him, or you know, I may have, I may not. That's my business, you know. And it's not right. You wouldn't like that somebody said, hey, is that true that you and Esparza once got together with a waitress at Denny's? You know, he's married now. Don't mention that. You know,
Gave her the Grand Slam.
yeah, you know what it is. Some things just keep on friendship.
Yeah.
Anything about business, you're glad to.
What's up, fool? I'm coming to Atlanta. I'll see you over there, dog.
Atlanta.
I'm bringing fucking Martin this time.
Never been there before. I'm
Martin?
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, Atlanta.
Picture when you come
Never.
from?
What?
No.
Never. They were asking for him last time.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Hey, if you need an opening act, we'll go to Atlanta. You know, I attract a big black crowd, Holmes. Is that
What's up? Shout out to Buckhead and Jamie, the owner of the original Atlanta Punchline.
Hey, yeah, Atlanta.
Jamie the lawyer.
No, Chris DePetta. Yeah, Chris DePetta.
Oh, the guy's a partner.
Chris DePetta, the original owner of the Punchline in Atlanta. He's still there. Yeah.
All right.
He manages
Billy.
Billy
Billy
Gardell.
Gardell.
You know him?
Yeah.
Punchline is one of the classic,
It is.
original rooms, man. That's
They moved, Paul, but they
Yeah.
had like all the graffiti, bro. Oh, they had all the graffiti, all the writing, you know? It was tight.
My experience with Atlanta, I had bad luck. I was booked in Atlanta. I've been there a couple of times. I was booked in Atlanta, and the day I was booked in Atlanta, Nelson Mandela was visiting the
Yeah.
city, and they blocked off everything. And,
We had the motorcade out of the way from Africa.
and I didn't cancel the show. Believe it or not, I did it for 3 waitresses and the valet
Damn.
guys. You know, just,
Like a soldier.
I had to, man. I had to do that.
What's up, fool? We have a caller? What's up, dog?
Adios, way.
Is it the same?
How
food?
many times you seen Born East LA, bro? No? All right.
That was Mario.
That was Mario. He got in
Look at
again.
lingering over here.
This guy keeps
You sure he's not in the next room calling? You guys don't be fooling people.
keeps sneaking in.
If he's in the-
band on the radio station.
If he's in the next room,
Francisco de Jesus wants to let him know that he saw him as a kid and he loves him.
wow, man.
He's trying to get through.
What's up,
You know
fool?
what?
Who's this? Francisco de Jesus?
Francisco de Jesus.
This is Arturo, man.
Arturo, Soreto Duro. What's up, dog?
What's up?
Yeah,
Hey.
I wanted to know when is Paul Rodriguez coming to Houston, Texas, man.
Sometime, sometime next year, God willing. But the truth is, I'm not gonna be doing my stand-up. You know, my health is kind of
9:25.
Keep it casual.
Dude, they had me with 9 pills. Huh?
9 pills. Holy shit.
I didn't do that when I was hooked.
What's up, Arturo, man?
With me,
What's your favorite Paul Rodriguez moment?
I mean, I met him in Houston, Texas, man.
Simon?
Like, I think last year.
Oh, yeah, at the Improv, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
Well, I wasn't rude to you, was I, man?
I don't know, man. I was drunk.
Oh, there you go. No,
And you had a great time, bro.
I never-
The best time of your life. I'm telling you, you were there. Thank you, Arturo. We love you, bro.
thank
Can't
you,
wait to
Arturo.
see you. I'll see you this weekend in Houston. I'll
Yeah,
be there,
man.
goddammit.
Hey, you can't go wrong. Go
Thank
see
you,
Homeboy.
Arturo.
Houston has like 50 tickets.
Oh, yeah.
We have 50
Whoa.
tickets, bro, but you gotta sit away from your wife.
Yeah.
That's how, so they're all separated. Eh?
Say hello.
Hey, you'll sort.
I might have to buy them for the bonus.
You'll sell
What's
out,
up, fool? Who's calling right now?
Who's excited?
It's a baby mama, Jon Stites, your child support.
Oh, John.
Soy del San Luis Potosí.
Yeah, exactly.
¿Te recuerdas de mí,
That's it.
Jon Stites?
Country code 5-2. I'm like,
What's up, fool?
Yeah, hey, I just wanted to say to Paul, thank him for, he said something very powerful to me, which was,
Don't jump. No.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, your opinion of me is none of my business. I know who I am.
Yeah, that's a fact.
All right, bro. What are you gonna say though?
That's a fact. Hey man, he's trying to say he paid attention, and I hope that works. So this is the truth, you know. What you think of me
Dude,
doesn't
that
matter. It's what you think of yourself, you know.
Yeah, man, that saved my life. I was pretty young. That was like a shining star for me.
I
That
can't hear
really-
anything.
Oh man,
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh,
That's
man.
deep, man.
I really appreciate it. I'm not making fun of it, but if anything I said has affected you like that, I feel humbled and I'm glad you took that advice.
See,
and went
bro,
with us.
Paul, you got more reason to live, eh?
Yeah, man.
To
Right,
120.
homie? You see that?
Yeah,
Take the
just wanted to
pills.
say thanks.
Relative.
God bless, man. Thank you so much.
What?
Dios te
People in
bendiga.
the chat, what?
Take it easy, y'all.
George reached out to him.
Oh, but they want to know if George Lopez reached out.
Huh?
They want to know if people
No.
in the chat, the chismosos want to know
Yeah.
if George Lopez
They've been
reached
dying
out
about
to
it.
you.
No, and that's sad, you know, because
But he reached out to you.
because I think you know, George and I shouldn't be that shouldn't have happened, you know. I mean, I was just sick and under under the weather and frustrated, but you know what? I got love for the man. I wish him well. Congratulations on your show being picked
Hell yeah.
up. Que les vaya bonito. Anytime one Latino succeeds, we all succeed. Yeah. I believe this, man. Anytime one of us succeed, we all succeed. Let's keep at it. Put us, you know, God bless. Be well. You have one way of looking at it. I got another. I got no beef with you.
Fuck yeah.
What's up, full podcast? Who's calling right now? Come on. Who's on the line?
How many people do you have paid people to say nice things? In the
Telemarketer.
That's not. Oh,
In the meantime, let's look at his schedule.
This week, man,
Call from
April
prison.
28th, Houston, Texas. There's only 50 tickets left.
Lubbock.
April 29th, Lubbock, man.
Lubbock.
Couple of tickets, 50 tickets left. May 5th, Albuquerque, man.
No, it's Albuquerque.
It's sold out, man.
¿Qué?
May 6th, San Jacinto, you know, so Boba.
Sanchinto.
I haven't been there since Paul Rodriguez had that room.
I love that. I love that
May
name.
11th.
Boba.
At the San Francisco Performing Arts Center. If you're going to that car, man,
You're
Uber
in-
it there, bro.
You're
They've
going to
been-
Folsom.
They've been breaking into cars
Yeah,
in San
yeah.
Francisco. Also, Folsom, man, but not the prison, thank God. May 12th, tickets at
See, that's the
FelipeEsparza.com.
difference between you and I. I played the prison. I couldn't get a theater.
Hey, they said they threw a shoe at Johnny Cash right in the prison, right?
Yeah, Folsom.
Hello?
Full of stuff.
No, I was gonna say.
Hello, I'm Johnny
He
Cash.
asked if Paul's dad.
Holy shit. Hell yeah.
What?
What's up, fool?
Did your dad have two families?
No, right?
That's a fact. That's sad.
Oh,
you know.
damn.
But I'm not my dad's keeper. You know, my dad did what he did.
What's up, fool? Who's calling right now?
What's up, Felipe's Ramon?
Ramon from Long Beach, right?
Herrera?
Nah, Ramon, the prop maker. What's up, bro?
The what?
It's
The prop
Munchie.
maker.
Oh, this guy, he makes special effects for
Movie
movies.
props.
Oh, what's
Like,
up,
he
dog?
makes like fake guns.
What's up,
Yeah.
bro?
He's a prop
Awesome.
maker for movies.
Now I meet him.
Bro, you should have. Paul Rodrigo needed one for the movie,
Oh
bro.
shit, man! I have to do my own props.
He needed a fake
Should've hit me
penis
up.
for the pastor.
I would have hooked it up. I would have hooked it up.
Oh man.
You should get a hold of Paul,
Yeah,
bro,
man,
for the
hit me
next
up.
project.
Yeah, there will be another
Yeah,
one.
hit me up on Instagram. I'll hook you up, Paul.
You know, also, we have a friend, Joey Medina, bro, does a lot of horror movies.
Oh, you know what? Hey, man, God works in mysterious ways. Joey Medina and I are doing a short film, eh? You need to get in touch with us. We're doing a film called
I'll hit you up, Paul. Yeah.
Buddy.
I'll do that shit.
Buddy and the Man.
I'll do it for practice.
Buddy
I'll
and
do
the
it just
Man.
for practice, man. Just
This is
to
a
get some
tearjerker,
time in.
bro. This story, man,
Come on.
I can't read the script without crying. It's about you know,
That
Chico and the
bad?
Man, Buddy and the Man. It's that bad, Holmes. But it's
¿Es made of onions o qué pedo?
If we still made of onions.
Cebolla, ¿qué
It's
pedo?
about
Joey
this-
Medina, bro. Joey Medina got an award for the
Oh,
last
he's
movie
a
he
great
did.
director.
It's
You
a
watch.
badass movie, bro. A guy that repeats it the same day all day, like fucking Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let me tell you, he's
Gee,
going
bro,
to be
get
a
the
real
chills.
good director. The movie is basically about this guy who adopts a dog from the dog pound. That dog
rescue dog.
was a dog that they used to use for pit bulls to practice on. It's a real sad story,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So I had,
Yeah.
I
Look at the dog lovers.
I got this cancer, and so we're both dying. So I adopt him, take him home, and I give him a
Hey,
steak.
God does work in mysterious ways because
Yeah.
it could have been fucking
pulls the
Angel
heartstrings,
Salazar right
dude.
now, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, papi, relax. All we know is
Hey,
machine
probably
guns and-
relax. I got the guy right here from the transporter right here, all cooked out.
All we need is
trying to fucking
Let's hook
make
up
me
Joey.
fucking do props for a
And you know what?
guns and
We're gonna
DeSantis.
hook you up with Joey Medina. He's directing.
Yeah.
And hey, man, it'd be great to have you on board. Yeah.
Wait, dog.
Yeah,
You work with Angel Salazar, the guy that was here on the show?
No, thank God it wasn't
Oh.
him, dog. Thank
Okay,
God it
good.
Angel
wasn't him
Salazar.
tonight. Imagine that
What
would
the-
have been like
Papi,
fucking
man in the
trying to make me
streets.
do fucking shit for coke. I'll pay you a coke.
Oh man.
Ramon, what's up,
He's
dog?
wild.
Thanks for calling, big homie.
Ramonski.
Yeah, man, love you guys. Hey,
Love you
Paul,
too, man.
Love you, Paul.
Hey, love you back, man.
Oh yeah, bro. So tomorrow, man, there's a big Spanglish show with
Yeah, yeah.
with Jon Stites and Paul Rodriguez.
Call,
I think
get
I
in.
think Luz Paso's in that show, right?
Yeah. Pass
She was on our last one. I love Lou.
I don't know who that
we
show
got a
this
special
week.
surprise.
You guys do it Wednesday nights or Thursday nights?
Every Thursday night at 7:45.
Here we go. What a lineup. We got
yeah.
Frank Castillo from The Killer from
That's the
Rose
la-
Battle.
Gadiel.
That's last week.
Oh shit.
That's last week. We're always a week behind, you know.
No, yeah, he was right here.
Hey,
He
you know,
said, "Orale."
I have it this way. I'm getting calls from people, and of course, Felipe, I'm gonna want you on there.
Orale.
And
Furthermore.
Oh,
you know,
this is this week right here.
Mencia, everybody go to work there. you
Yeah,
know?
man.
Also, man, shout out to the guy. I don't know who you were, man. It was fucking 420 in Chicago, and you gave me a coloring book for people who take psychedelic mushrooms.
Hey, another thing, keep an eye for a cartoon, man. Azteca of the City. Have you read that?
No.
Oh, this is Vato who has I'm partnering up with him. He has this Aztec of the City. It's a superhero that it reads really good. Right? We're gonna try to get that cartoon on whatever I do to work. I know a couple of people, so hopefully, you know, the main thing is to keep throwing stuff up
Yeah,
against
man.
the wall until one of them sticks and dries, and that's what it is. You know, I've always felt that you and I should have been on a series. You ever read the
Father and son.
El Brujo?
No.
Remember this thing? We're gonna do it for one of these networks. It's about this guy who has a son, but it's not really his son. And their grandma is a lady who has a curanderia shop. You know, sells candles, all that stuff. You know, and she dies. But they don't want to bury because they depend on her Social Security, so they put it in the icebox. She's in the oven, you know.
Hey, weekend ananas.
Demolition.
He brought nice, see?
And the whole premise is that there's this detective that almost catches us. You know, at one time, I think he busted me. I start confessing, and the son moved opened the door. I'm about to turn myself in, and nobody's there. Okay, well, I'm out of here.
Hell yeah.
And then I go, what? And then what happens is, oh no, I grab grandma and I put her in the hot tub over there. It's gonna be like a weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, bro. There was another movie. I don't know. Hey, dude, there was another movie we were supposed to do, Paul and I. We were like it was.
we had fun.
You know
but
what's crazy, bro? Remember that fucking Korean movie that got Best Picture?
Parasite?
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere, everywhere.
Yeah, the one where they took over the house. They were house
Parasite,
Parasite,
right?
Yeah.
Parasite.
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 We
Well,
did
Paul
that.
Rodriguez had he hooked me up with some dude, fucking Rodrigo. It was like Parasite, but it was a Mexican Parasite. It was
Microbio.
it was los fucking
Bacteria, güey.
los zancudos, bro.
Los chupasangres.
Yeah, bro.
Niños de
Los
tierra, homie.
fucking chinchis.
The sacudos, eh?
Anyways,
Chinchis.
so Paul was a housekeeper, the gardener, whatever. The main dude in charge of all the housekeepers, right? And I was a dude that was a
gerente.
gardener, whatever. And then everybody else. The main dude of the house dies. So that means our jobs was gonna be gone. So Paul's character said, fuck that, he ain't dead. So we fucking end up working there like he's still alive, cashing checks till they catch us, bro.
Yeah.
Just like Parasite.
Exactly.
Damn.
We
But
did
there was a
that.
lot of comedy. But I think the guy got into a lawsuit, right? Or something?
We, you
The
know,
guy with the
this-
feria?
Yeah. Well, you know, with the guy that did it, see, everybody gets greedy when the money comes in, right?
Yeah.
So the guy that I did, Moose Guy, did that movie about this guy who I find him a gardener, I bury him. The premise, you know, and it went on HBO on the Cinemax thing. It did well. It didn't go great, but it did well. But the premise was Moose Guy, the guy who did Stand and Deliver, and we've done another movie before. She's a professor in Miami, and in Miami they have a whole theater thing where they can do movies for like 200, 300,000, no?
Hell yeah.
So they did that movie, but the movie that we did, it was the same thing, right? I thought about it. It was the same premise. And in all honesty, they did it in Korea. If we inspired them, good, you know? But
Parasito.
yeah, and it won the Oscar. But there's a lot of other ideas, you know, that the question is having the feria and having the technicians, you know.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It's not like Raza is void of talent. The fact is that
Financing.
we don't know.
Investors and all that
we
shit.
have
Whoa.
we have very
Hey, what?
bad PR. You know, all the stuff on television just makes Mexicans in particular come off as a certain stereotype. You know, either we're very stupid, we have no talent.
The border war.
Yeah, just that sort of thing, right?
Yeah, read for that guy tomorrow.
You know, and a long time ago, somebody told me that the reason for that, and there is no reason, but the reason for that is that most of the people who run the studios come from the East Coast, right? So they're more comfortable with Puerto Ricans. So if you notice, a lot of the stories will have like a Puerto Rican or
This guy's
or a
Dominican.
Cuban, you know. But
the whole cholo were Caribbean Mexicans.
yeah, most of the stories are
That's
ours.
what they look like, right?
You
Well,
know,
that's-
you ever see Pedro Antonio Banderas? Why no? He's a decent guy. Been to his home and all that.
I'm a gato.
When he played Pancho Villa, I thought, man, that is cultural depreciation.
They
you
could have
know?
got Isa Morales, bro.
You know, because I'm saying, first of all, Pancho Villa, my father's from Chihuahua. He was not 4'2", and he didn't talk. You know, tenemos que hacer los meros aquí. You know?
¿Dónde están las balas?
Bro, and being from one of the main misconceptions I tell people in Trump country is I'm like, because being from Indiana,
He's a great guy.
I'm like, bro, Mexicans are way more like rednecks than you think they are.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
they are.
First of all,
especially-
they don't.
Any Mexican from a
listen,
fucking rancho is a
listen.
hillbilly.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I
dude.
said, bro. When I
Yeah.
when I came back from Mexico in 1990, I told my friends, I'm like, dude, they're cowboy, rancher, cowboys. They love guns.
I used to do a bit like
I
that.
knew a ton of Mexicans in the army.
They love freedom,
They're
man.
very conservative. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, you don't understand. Mexico's a deeply conservative.
Mexican and redneck,
Yeah,
we go
yeah.
together
You know,
like
I used
NASCAR and
to-
nachos.
Yeah,
dude,
Me
dude.
cogí a banana,
And
güey.
homie, I used to do
And guns, Mexicans love fucking guns.
Look, the thing
Pistolitas,
that's good and bad because it paints a certain stereotype. But I will say this that, for example, I used to do a joke that Mexicans are rednecks, right? I just said we have dyslexia. The Mexican redneck goes "ay," and the white rednecks go "ee." I said they have dyslexia. So we're the same thing. You know, I used to do comparisons like that. That's that never worked, but I always liked it.
It's ahead of its time, big
I
dog.
always like that. I said, man, that's funny. You know, they go hee haw, we go aye. The same thing, but apparently it was only me. So for a while there, you know that I don't think this has happened to you because you have a different, you have a larger act. But with me, it was like if I went to do a show for an audience and I didn't do the stuff they know me as,
Yeah.
they get pissed. You know, they go, yeah, you know, it's not like music where you can do that song, but But and I was trying to elevate my game, right? I was trying to find topics that had nothing to do with my ethnicity, Mexican, and those were few and far between because that's really all I knew, you know. And I got backlash.
In my act, they start yelling out a name I said in the last special. Where's Patty? Where's Patty? Give us more Patty.
I'm Patty, Bobby. Yeah, man.
What's up? What's your Instagram? The real Paul Rodriguez, right?
The real Paul. And listen, they'll probably put it on there. Before I go, I'll give you that. I'll give you a
Did you get it, Philip?
Yeah,
I haven't sent it to you yet.
Yeah, a new flyer.
But I'll give you a little.
Yeah, there you go.
Chunk.
You got it?
So
No,
that's
not
this,
that.
Yeah, that's this week. That's
Talking about the clip for the movie.
The clip for the movie.
yeah,
You got the clip?
I haven't sent it to Lisa.
right.
I don't know how. She'll teach me. But
Play it next week.
all I have is a whole movie, right? But what I want to give you is a chunk of you, which I get, you know. If
Hell
you
yeah,
get
for
that,
my reel.
A chunk of you. No, I don't give you the whole thing. Wait till,
Oh.
I want you to see it in the theater, right? Just enough to tease the people. You know how we did it, right?
Yeah.
This guy's great. It's like first it had to be something. So I said, when he opens up, I'm thinking he's the homeless guy because I just the trail just finishes. I just bought this homeless guy something. So he goes, hey, Mr. Valenzuela. I go, yeah. And then I look at him and go, I gave to the homeless, but to keep the door. He's like, hey, I'm your parole officer. You know.
I'm your parole officer.
It's funny. We cut it. I hope you like it. We cut it where you go, wait, no. What are you, stupid? You stupid?
Hell yeah, man. That was a lot of fun.
One of these days, man, we're going to send that movie that we did. I still think that's
I'm not like that no more. Yeah, we're going to buy it, right, Lisa?
That's one of the funniest pictures. I mean, I'm telling you
Look for it, Philip. I'm not like that no
to
more.
be shot in
9 days.
The
With the-
cast was magical, you know.
We had the new camera that barely came out, where you could
Red, yeah.
shoot it and edit the same day.
And
The red cams.
think about it. Think
There
about
it is
it.
right there. Look, the poster.
And think about it. Those people were funny, Holmes. They were-
9 days.
They were,
Yeah, there's a poster for the movie right there. Look.
yeah, they were hilarious.
Show the.
Because we ad-libbed that. We ad-libbed, you know,
Yeah.
when I jumped over the fence and there was some a black couple out there and
Yeah.
all phony like we are. Que pues, Obama. And all this
Yeah,
other
Obama.
stuff. And the minute they don't hear me no more.
And then he grabbed the fucking tooth, man. Who left my fucking tooth out there? Don't you know we have their niggas to live here?
The negros, los diles. Real, you know, like our elders really are, you know.
I got me a tooth.
But it was that, you know, the thing with the grandma coming out of the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh no," but that was so hilarious.
She goes, don't go in there for 3 hours.
No entren ahí, hay una cochinada. And your brother was, everybody was good, man. That's a real good movie. I can't wait for it to get his day.
Then my brother comes out of the closet and he goes, man, you like the Russian president Putin.
No, how about when you're going up when I'm going up the stairs and you're making out with the girl, right?
You have a shotgun, right?
Yeah, no, I come down with the shotgun and I go, he goes, hey, Dad, is that? So, oh, good, thank God it's not your cousin.
and then something happened. I think he ad-libbed my brother taking off with some dude, right? Everybody's all mad. And then he looked, that's when everybody, it was like the climax of the movie, everybody turns on me. He goes, it's your fucking fault. You keep introducing her to fucking men.
Man, that was something else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We didn't have time to, there was no script or nothing. We just like he did. The guy just get together. No, we captured lightning in a bottle there. Especially, I like the love story. This love story was about two people. They weren't your pretty people, you know. They're from like central casting. They were just, no, you know what I'm saying. They were just the girl, just
Central
It wasn't,
casting.
Hey, but you know
it wasn't
what?
a notebook, you know.
That's what made it badass.
But you
It
know
was a
what?
libreta, homie.
Now they use women who look exactly like her with the same weight in movies.
Yeah, she's
That's what I'm
brave.
saying
It's
is-
brave.
Ahead of the time.
I love
So now
it.
we're saying they stole our weight. No, the thing is that
And we should have deported, bro, before that.
It was rare.
Oh yeah, no that yeah.
That's rare to capture. When Felipe called me and we did that movie, I said, well, you know, he's my friend. We'll do what we got to do. But I didn't expect it because, so fast. I go, man, I don't know how they do that. But when they cut it together, damn, this shit's funny. You know what's funny? The Filipino comedian.
Edwin San Juan.
Edwin San Juan, he throws up on this
Check
girl.
him out, Planet Hollywood.
Throws up and
farting.
Wah!
And still makes out with her.
And still
No, the girl makes out with him and they make out, yeah.
How about the guy that tells that story about his father being in Vietnam and he shot Japanese? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. Those people, they stepped up to the plate and made a trend.
That actor ended up being in that movie, the Green Book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's weird when you work with somebody? I remember that series that you were talking about today. Brad Pitt had a bit part. He was like at a hotel or something, you know, and he was at, are these your bags? Some small line like that. And it's Brad Pitt, right?
With bad teeth, huh?
Yeah. No. After the show, this guy goes, "Hey, Mr. Rodriguez, you know, you got any advice for nobody coming actor?" And I'm fucking with him, right? I went, yeah, give me some coffee, you know. He goes, I'm bullshit. But anyway, and I remember his name, and Brad Pitt.
Don't jump.
Figure that out. I'm kind of like Walter Mitty, man. Someday I'll
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump, yeah. Tyson, I met the guy with traveling with Shana Na, you know.
Yep.
And
you don't know.
I met a lot of
I know
people.
because my mom
That was about.
My mother watched that show because she said they're in a gang. She's stupid, man.
But it was very popular.
About Shana No.
Hey, man, it was popular.
Stuff, right?
Yeah.
Son pandilleras de New York.
No,
cholos
my
con
family had
pantalones
the opposite.
apretados.
My
Me la va a
family go,
mamar.
Because he saw that guy holding a bat. And she said, that's
my
it. That's
family,
it.
my family was opposite. You know? My brother George, oye, te están cogiendo, ¿verdad? Te están cogiendo.
Fuck.
Te están cogiendo. Because, you know, they were all like, no. Tú sabes qué? Se nota. No, chicas. I would just do my jokes. But it was fun traveling with them.
Tell me, your mom had a bootleg version of Paul Rodriguez movie, bro?
Dude, Pepsi Man and all that.
Man, one time in Chicago, they had the Cinco de Mayo parade, and the styrofoam Pepsi Man, right?
You had the suit, right? It was like
Yeah.
a muscle suit.
And dude, I would lose weight with that thing. You know, it was hot. But you know, I looked like Vin Diesel. You know,
You were the original Taco Bell commercial, huh?
I was.
You were getting shoe shines.
No. I think so.
Yeah, you were getting shoe shines
Yeah.
when the low Taco Bell, you killed Taco Bell.
I did the first voice for that.
So what year?
And then-
Really? The Chihuahua.
I did the first voice for that, and my and Jeff Wall, my agent at the time, he fucked it up. He goes, he quoted them up a big number, $1 million.
Fuck.
You know, and then they got
Carlos
what's his name?
Alarraqui.
Al-Raki. He's real good, but you know,
That first commercial, man.
Jeff Wall.
Santa Cholo is one of the shoe shine guys.
Really?
What's his name? Fernando Verduzco.
He also
comedian.
throws
You
tortillas.
know who's great too?
And Joey Coco Diaz was getting shoe shines.
How you doing,
You know that vato that does Cholo Fit. You know the.
Yeah, Frankie Quinones. I'm in the show season 2.
Yeah.
This fool.
He plays one of the testimonials in this. It's hilarious, man. He's hilarious.
Hell yeah.
This guy, he big laughs. You know,
Movie's great
I'm
already.
selling pillows. You know, at the end, and he's one of my testimonials. You know, you know, I used to have a bad nigga guy. That's his character, but ever since it was Pablo Pillows, he just made that bit hilarious. You know? And yeah, man, I'm selling it because I want Raza to see it. You know.
Hell yeah.
I need to make money so we can, you know, make another one.
Hell yeah, bro.
All right, the truth is,
What's up, fool?
The truth is,
I'm gonna take off if I make any money.
You guys do your podcast?
Yeah, it's not ready, bros. We're doing one tomorrow.
Yeah.
My Yeah Man podcast, and also got a show May 15th in Bakersfield at the Well Comedy Club.
Hell yeah, you.
Going up last, doc.
And I am doing
Headlining that.
Don't even mention his name. You know, he hasn't learned. Hey, you know, I want him to make it with his bootstraps.
What are you doing?
I am performing at the Casa Torres next week.
Oh, that Casa Torres.
That's not bad.
That's with Vic, right? Mike?
Vic Vasquez, yeah.
Yo,
Vic
man,
Vasquez,
bro.
Casa Torres restaurant. I went there to... Bro,
You did the
when I was
Spanish
doing my
shows there.
Spanish, when I was working, we're trying out the Spanish
Is the
special.
food good? Do they have a good
They
review?
were a tortilla maker, bro. And that was tortilla maker. And the guy from Netflix went to that Mexican restaurant to see my 1 hour special in Spanish there.
Fidel.
So Fidel went to see it there.
Barajas.
Bro, I just let
Shit.
everybody.
That's how that happened?
We let everybody in free for like 5 weeks straight when I got ready. Because because I was fucking bombing in Spanish hard.
Nah, you
hard, bro.
Dude, you were dude.
Mentally, bro. Mentally.
You know,
okay.
But I got it together, bro, and then that's where they got it, Casa Torres. So shout out
that's how
to
you
that
do
big
it.
dude. What's his
See,
name?
that was my problem.
Vic Vasquez and do bomb ass tortillas at that place, dude. Casa
Yeah.
Torres.
Is it
I
a
worked
regular
there
room?
and-
that
Don't
do
you just
that?
call it in?
I worked in
Yeah.
Is it good?
Some
It's a good room,
vato,
dude.
you
They
know,
do Spanish too?
was gonna see
Spanish,
me.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I bribed them with a hooker.
Don't you like? Are you a big enough comic,
CIA.
Paul, to just call Netflix and say I'm gonna do a 1 hour special and give it to you?
No.
No?
No.
HBO,
No, I haven't called them.
Amazon.
No, I'm no. But
Amazon giving away special, right, Lisa? Amazon and Hulu.
yeah, well,
A few.
yeah. I don't even have time for that. You know, the time I got is this. I got to do this. You know, dicen que el que mucho abarca poco aprieta. You know that dicho.
I don't know what barca means.
Gotta keep that Korean happy.
El que mucho no, it's a Mexican saying. El que mucho abarca poco aprieta is I don't know, but you understand this. If you take in like a big mouthful, you can't bite down as much. In other words, you know?
If you overdo it, it's just gonna.
Yeah, it's an old.
You ever seen this guy eat hamburgers? Eh?
Hey,
Stomach's
dude.
bigger
It's
than
my little homie Mordida right here.
Don't buy more than you can chew. That's what I'm saying.
There you
Yeah, you know, and if you're not prepared, why? I don't want to look like desperate, you know, like I need it. If I ever have it, when I do it, I'll do it, you know. But right now, you know, this movie has all my concentration because, you know, it's not easy to get into theater, so you have to do it on a personal basis. Find the raza out there who'll say, hey, you know, I know somebody that works at this theater, and somebody, you know, not somebody that's doing popcorn, but somebody that. You know, that can make a
Usher off the
decision.
concessions,
And,
dude.
yeah, 'cause,
Let me turn that ticket.
I remember doing when we did that. I'm not acting no more. The guy who paid for the movie, it was shown in 11 movie theaters in America, bro.
Did you guys go to San Jose?
And that New Jersey area where all the Cubans live,
Oh,
Burgundy, North Bergen, and it was playing in Modesto, Fresno, San Jose. So I remember going to the one in Fresno, bro. I'm now promoting it on Instagram or Facebook, right? There was 9 people in the audience, but all the other theaters were empty, bro, because everybody went to go see fucking Hot Tub Time Machine.
Fuck yeah.
So, bro, we were number 2 in that theater, right? Because everybody went to go see that movie because it was number 1 all in America. But at that movie theater, nobody else went to go see anything else.
Yeah, but let me tell you
So
something.
they recognized me and they saw 9 people paid to see my movie.
That's good.
Yeah, but I tell you this,
dude.
and
like-
trip on this. This movie, once you make a movie, it'll have a life of its own. Maybe we might not even be alive, God forbid. It'll find an audience. But
Hell
people
yeah.
go, damn, you know.
What's the Eddie Murphy movie on Netflix? That's his. Is it Dolomite?
Dude, that's what they did. They went
That's
to
the
movie
story.
theaters. Yeah.
All you're doing. Have you watched that?
It's a badass movie.
Badass. And that guy said, "Fuck it, my people will come out."
there's
But
nothing in my trunk,
All right,
man.
I'll say it right here.
That's
right
what
here.
you're gonna do with
No,
this.
I'll say it right here. That particular
Dolomite.
Dolomite, it's sad because Dolomite asked Eddie while he was alive to help him out, and he didn't.
Oh, it's fucked up.
So that's, you know, so
I guess he's paying me back when I'm in my casket,
yeah,
young
I know
man.
the real Dolomite would have been pissed off.
Brothers don't want romance. Brothers want kung fu and titties.
That ain't no real pimp there,
That's my
man.
favorite line. Kung
no.
fu and titties.
He used to do this. I think he comes off real corny, you know, in the movie. The guy, maybe he was. Who am I to judge? But
Well, you knew him, dude. You're old.
but that's something. That's something, huh?
Yeah.
Comes off as low rent.
And I, you know,
Yeah.
Oh, he was
and
really
I love,
smart.
you know.
Yeah.
Let me just say this, you know, Eddie Murphy's been, you know, I've never worked with him, but he's been always very, very nice to me when we meet. He wanted to go see Prince at the what, ¿cómo se llama? At the club that I used to own a piece of.
The Congo Room.
The conga room, and Arsenio called me up and he goes, I said, well, he's Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy he don't need me to take him to the club. He said, well, he'd like to go with you. I said, well, pick me up. He picked me up in a limo. It's Murphy, myself, went to over there. And, you know, I said, they'd stop me before they stop you, right? So we go in there, we saw Prince, and it was cool. And I met Eddie Murphy in New York before he was famous, you know. He used to work at the comic strip. And I walked in there because I used to, I was working, I was hot there. And I saw this kid go up there, and he fucking melted the place and kind of make you go, man, I thought I was a comic.
I'm going to go check my jokes.
Yeah. I didn't have no, don't take my mix. But, you know, I ran into him a couple of times, and he's always been, I gotta tell you, man, he's Eddie Murphy, perhaps one of the most versatile and talented mofos out there.
Hell yeah.
Can I ask you something that I
Yes.
think your audience will find interesting? You know, like you were fucking light years ahead, so you don't really count because you've always been there. But when you first started doing it in Spanish, as somebody who's done that, and like Martin and some of these other guys, because of his show, you know what happens? They say, "Fuck, dude, I'm not trying that," and then they get up. And they just
And the
gear
audience
hits.
responds, man.
But what's it like for you? Because people think that it's Google Translate and all your old. It's like, nah, man, you're.
That's why I did Google Translate first, but that didn't work.
Nah, fuck no.
Yeah, comedy don't translate it.
Yeah.
So what was it like? Was it a challenge or was it?
It was a
natural?
challenge at first, but then what I started doing now, I started doing like an actor, you know. So in the morning I wake up to Spanish news, and then Spanish TV,
Okay.
and I just did only Spanish
Because
talking.
by the time I caught you,
Yeah.
So by
we
the
were listening
time
to Spanish radio on the way to
Yeah.
Mexico, bro. And then when we got to Mexico, we only spoke Spanish.
Sí, güey.
So when I got to the show, boom, I was ready to speak Spanish. So in English, and then once the show was over, I went back to English.
because when I saw you at the ice, so what happened was he'd already been doing Casa de Torres. Okay,
Yeah, I
because
mean,
you were already murdered. Dude,
Yeah.
you had that fucking. You were murdering in Spanish.
But Coima, Silmar, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because you'd already been working on it.
Yeah.
By the time I caught, okay, you were at the tail end.
I had been going to Mexico already.
So
Try
it was
out.
pretty much a year going to Mexico. I remember because it
Holy
was
shit.
late 2018.
Like probably 5 or 6 times.
Because it was late 2018. That's when you first started doing the Spanish shows. Then after that, you
Once a month, we'll be in TJ.
and then you shot your special early 2020. So it was like
January 2020.
a year.
Yeah.
It was probably 13 months of like Spanish.
The last Spanish show I did was
shit.
when PaulRodriguez headlined the Ice House, and then the pandemic started.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know.
that was my show.
That was yes. At the
Yeah.
annex, I already had
Fucking
shot my
remember that,
special,
dude.
Yeah.
and Kobe had passed away already.
Yeah.
And I did your show
With him and
with
he closed.
Paul,
And you, yeah.
and then the pandemic started after that, and then that was my last
You
show.
had that. You were doing that joke about the jewelry store getting robbed by the cholos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
that
like, mi tortilla.
Burrito.
Or the burrito.
yeah, the
Señora.
chocolate truck, yeah.
Ya ve todo.
Dame un borrito de pinche perlas,
Los
güey.
robaron, sí, señor, pero el morillo, ¿qué?
Échale un
Nadie
diamante.
Bonito.
nadie te robó tortilla, nadie se quitó carne asada. Usted me debe.
Yo asustado, miados.
What's up, fool man? Paul Rodriguez, man, the
Yeah.
one
In
and
the
only.
house. What's up, full podcast?
Check him out
studio?
tomorrow, and go to everybody out there who listens, who's 3 hours away, 2 hours away from Naples, Florida. Go check it out, man.
Captain, what's his name?
Captain
Brian. Off the Hook Comedy
Yeah,
Club.
that's a
I
weird
love
name
that
for a captain.
place,
I told you you should have like a Hook or Captain Black or Captain.
He said a hook. There's no hooks here.
Oh, like that movie, Captain Ron.
Yeah. He's a nice
Cabin
guy.
boy, eh?
Captain Kirk, homie.
That food is a toma, man.
Fuck yeah, that shit is bomb.
Hello from Adelaide, Australia.
Hello from Adelaide, Australia.
Hello.
Also,
Salvatore.
Salvatore.
Another shrimp in the bobby.
Also, shout out to that guy who said, a lot of raza went to go check out Joe Coy, and if you go over there, we'll go check you out too over there in Australia, bro. One day, bro, I'll make it down under.
Get down under. You'll like it, man. I've been down there. Have some bugs while you're there.
All right. What's up, fool? Later.